Hello and welcome back to the Baka Gaijin Show. I'm your lovable rascal of a host Siegfried, and with me, as always, is my inconsolable co-host Kevin Faulkner.
I'm inconsolable. I don't know why.
What's wrong, Kevin? Did you just realize the meaninglessness of your incorporeal existence?
Yes, I did.
The ending and why?
Yeah, well, that's life. It is how it be.
Yes.
What is depression if not just, a constant reminder of your own failings as a human being?
Actually, it's an imbalance of the chemicals that determine everything you do and everything you think.
Oh, shut up, motherfucker.
It's true, and we can cure it now with magnets.
Hypocrite that you are, that you trust the chemicals in your brain.
I do love that retweet I did where they're saying how they basically have cured depression with a special magnetism therapy, and I'm like, I'm conflicted about this, because on the one hand, yay, we've cured depression with magnets. On the other hand, oh, this has horrifying implications for the notion of free will.
Yeah, it kind of do. Like when you really get down to it, it kind of do.
Yep. Speaking of existential dread, this is a special spooky edition of the podcast.
Yes, we're recording this day before Halloween, and it'll probably go up on Halloween, so woo!
Yeah, I mean, technically that has a name. It's called Devil's Day.
Even spookier.
Yep. Before the podcast, we decided to celebrate Devil's Day by reading the reviews of the Bible on Goodreads. That was fun.
The Bible, known work of horror fiction.
Exactly.
I don't know, there's some pretty horrifying shit in the Bible. Have you heard about the guy who was so fat that he was stabbed through and the sword just fucking disappeared?
Remember when God told Abraham to feed his son to a lion, and that's a good thing?
It was a test of faith.
I need to
reread the Bible.
You know what we call that these days? We call that gaslighting, Kevin.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, God.
Gaslight, gatekeep, God boss.
Putting that down as a potential title for the episode.
You know what? Yeah, that works.
We might.
Yeah, we're unpredictable. You don't know what the fuck we're gonna do. We're the least recommendable podcast on the internet.
We are. Thank you, YouTube algorithm. You do exactly what we want you to, which is nothing.
Exactly. Well, you see, the fewer people know about us, the more very illegal things we can say and do.
I'm gonna be No, I'm not. No, I don't wanna.
Anyway, on this most unholy of days, just before Hallow's End, I've prepared. I've got my Halloween candy here. Do you have your Halloween candy?
I have a bottle of Pepsi cream soda, cola. It's close enough.
You live a very sad ghetto life, Kevin.
I do.
I'm going to mock you while eating Twix. This one's the left Twix. They label them now. It says left on top.
They do. I'm more of a right Twix person. Thank you.
Let's see. Do I have a right Twix here? Left. Right. I got a right one. I'm gonna get a left one and a right one. You know what's interesting? They're not very visually distinct.
They're not.
Yeah, it's almost like if you just put these out in the open, I wouldn't be able to tell which is which.
They taste surprisingly similar too. Almost identical, in fact.
They should really take some cues from the shoe industry and get some visual, difference in there, distinction. Did you know that in shoe factories they actually have separate factories for left shoes and right shoes? They
do?
Yeah, and then they ship them to a center where they merge them together. Yeah. Apparently, it's just it's just easier to not get them mixed up that way. You might have noticed in your entire life, you ever open a shoebox and find two left shoes in there?
No, No, not really, no.
Well, you can thank Chinese factory innovation for that one.
Reminds me of a fucking, like, Attack on Titan parody blooper reel thing that I saw where, like, the actor for Levi was just saying bullshit in Levi's voice and being like, girl, you don't know how many things I bought at the store. I bought, like, 5 shoes. Not 5 pairs, just 5 shoes.
Pretty funny.
You can't buy individual shoes.
You know what? That's a need that needs to be filled.
Yeah, what if
somebody should make a service to that?
What if one of your shoes just fucks up randomly, but your other shoe is fine? It's like you only need to replace one shoe.
But you gotta buy both. That's how they get you. The shoe industry. This is a scam.
It is. They've been gaslighting us for decades.
Exactly. I don't need 2 shoes sometimes. Sometimes I just need the one shoe.
One shoe, discounted half price. We need
this.
Come on.
Yeah.
Wake up, people.
You know, this whole thing reminds me of my long-standing belief that shoes were a mistake.
In what regard?
Because if we never invented shoes, our feet would have evolved beyond the need for shoes by now. But because we did, now we have weak little baby feet that are just like, oh, I don't want to step on the Rockies. They're too sharp.
The Rockies?
It's like now we got useless, stupid baby feet. What if I get caught? What if a bear attacks and I don't have my shoes on? What? And I'm in the middle of like one of those like really rocky beaches. What am I gonna do then, Kevin?
Reminds me of when I was like a kid and I used to live in Florida, and I used to just walk outside barefoot all the time, and all of the other adults were like, even during the summer when it was like 104 degrees outside, I was just walk around outside because I was a rebel, and everybody, like all of the adults would be like, "Don't your feet hurt?" And I would just look down and I'm like, "It's a little warm, yeah." It's like, "Don't the rocks hurt?" And I'm like, not really. Not really. I walk around here all the time. I'm kind of used to it. And they're like, it's like, that's so interesting. I'm like, is it though?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not just a wuss?
Yeah. So if we never invented shoes, I imagine that we would have evolved kind of like hobbits, and we'd have like leather soles on our feet that would like, protect us. Now the counterpoint to this, Kevin, is that when I think about a woman having like leathery feet, that sounds really unattractive.
Yeah, no, not gonna have to give a hard pass on that one.
I'm coming around on shoes, honestly. I think shoes, the trade-off might be worth it.
Shoes have an aesthetic benefit.
They keep our feet from looking like horrifying amalgamations of fur, and I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good trade-off.
Yeah. You ever see pictures of in like ancient China? They used to, and I guess like not even that ancient China, but just like somewhat recent China, that they used to, they had the women with like the shoes that were like so fucking tight that their toes would start melding into like one like defined point.
Oh yeah.
That's nasty. I get that they had like a fetish for like dainty little feet, but like once you take the shoe off, it's horrifying.
Yeah, at that point, it's not worth it's not worth it.
China needs to learn how to oppress women better. They're doing it all wrong.
Christ.
I'm just saying, how are you supposed to keep it up when you're looking at those feet?
Oh my god. I'm sorry. I needed a moment there to... God damn it. Why do you keep doing this?
What? This is casual conversation.
China needs to oppress women better?
I mean, if it fit the theme of what I was doing, I'm just saying, if you're gonna oppress women, why would you do it in a way that permanently disfigures their feet? Because that doesn't seem to benefit you, the oppressor, because now you got ugly-ass feet women.
Man, I don't want to... It feels wrong to say that you have a point, but in a very disturbing way, you do.
isn't that just the Baka Gaijin Show experience?
It's like, you're right for all of the wrong reasons.
I've been told that by many therapists.
They're correct. They're correct. This guy is my co-host. Oh my god.
No, you're my co-host.
I'm your co-host. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
we're each other's co-hosts.
Nah, I don't want any. We don't have any equality. None of that equality shit here.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Yep.
So.
Well, now that I've asserted dominance, what have you been up to lately?
Well, it has been a hot minute. Again.
Yeah, it has.
As it normally is.
It's getting a little cooler though, because we're heading into the fall months.
It is. I'm actually running the heater in the house now.
Whoa.
Not too much. We don't want it to be too warm, but I don't.
Yeah, I had to take. Yeah.
You had to. You had to what?
I had to take my AC out, so it might be my audio quality is probably better now.
It is, and mine is too because I'm not running my fan.
Yeah, I only run my fan at night because my room still heats up because it has shit ventilation, so I have to cool it off at night.
Okay.
But
mine works fine though. That said, well, the last week I've been watching The Owl House.
Hoot hoot, motherfucker.
Hoot hoot. Hooty gonna hoot. Good show. Very good show, in fact. Great show, even. Love it. Fuck you, Disney, for cutting the 3rd season short.
They're a master of not giving the people what they want.
Now, that said, I understand that the 3rd, like, for the uninitiated, around the time, season 2, like, was, like, partway through, it was announced that season 3 was only going to be 3 44-minute episodes, like a trio of TV specials.
Yes.
And Dana Terrace was like, yeah, it fucking sucks, and we tried to do something about it, but apparently the management just doesn't want to listen, because apparently The Owl House, being a heavily serialized show that aims more towards an older audience, doesn't really, quote-unquote, fit the Disney brand right now. Weirdly.
Yeah. Well, the way I saw it explained by somebody on Reddit was that The Owl House has the unfortunate status of not fitting any of their tentpole brands. I mean, it kind of fits their Disney Plus brand, but it's not a Disney Plus thing. It was a Disney Channel thing. I don't know why they can't convert it from one to the other.
Yeah.
I guess they just think...
It kind of brings up the question, how, how little actual crossover is there between all the various Disney brands, like Disney television animation versus Disney Plus versus, like, I don't know, Disney Channel original movies versus, like... Well,
the Reddit comment pointed out that their 3 main branches for animation are Disney Junior, Disney Channel, and then Disney Plus.
Ah, okay.
The problem is Owl House started as a Disney Channel thing, but in tone, it's almost more of a Disney Plus thing. Yeah. But like it came before Disney Plus, and the really unfortunate thing is that Disney television animation started like cutting back when COVID happened.
Oh, right.
And Amphibia season 3 managed to get green light right before that happened, but the Owl House wasn't so lucky.
Damn it!
That's
well, better for Amphibia, I guess, but damn it.
Yeah. Plus Amphibia, it's pretty good.
That said, I understand that the decision to make season 3 only 3 episodes that are like an hour long each. Apparently, that happened before season 18 of whoa!
What the fuck?
Episode 18 of season 1 aired.
Yeah.
I need to work on my words. Goddamn. Think before you speak, Kevin. God damn it. The whole, friggin' stream of consciousness thing doesn't work out as well as you want it to sometimes.
Yeah.
I wish The Owl House had 18 seasons. Anyway. That would have been great. Maybe. That said, from what I understand, the decision to cut season 3 short came about around the time season 1 was like coming to the end of its run.
Yeah.
So like they probably had time to reconfigure season 2 to flow a little bit better, and so that like they're not stuck just cramming one whole season's worth of material into basically 6 episodes at the very end.
Are you sure? Because I heard that Dana said that she found out the same time the fans did.
I read somewhere else that the decision came earlier. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
Maybe the decision came earlier, but she didn't find out until later. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see.
That said, it does feel like season 2 is trying to like kind of sort of speedrun things a little bit. What with the episode knocking on Hootie's door. I believe you described that episode as in which Hootie bumblefucks his way into speedrunning everyone's character arcs in a single episode. Which, funny enough, that's one of my favorite episodes of the show.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't work, but the episode's so goddamn funny.
Yeah.
And the actual developments still really work, so it's really hard to complain at the end of the day because it's still a really good episode.
Yeah, I was just pointing out that it definitely feels like they took 3 potentially interesting episodes and crammed them into one.
Yeah, it did feel that way, admittedly. The entire Tunnel of Love segment was fucking hilarious, like start to finish, though. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Speaking of love, Luz and Amity forever. I love them. I'm adopting them. Thank you. These two are adorable. Oh my god. Real talk though, like the Owl House probably has the best. It is probably the most blatant in terms of its representation of LGBTQ plus people, like compared to like most other Western animation. Like shit like stuff like She-Ra and Voltron or whatever, like they had to kind of hem and haw and like hint at things long term, and then at the very end they do something with it. But like we get confirmation that Amity likes Luz like in season 1, and then and then the first half of season 2 is basically Luz realizing, oh shit, I like her too. And then episode 8 comes around and they actually ask each other out. So we have the rest of the season for them to be a couple and for us to actually see the relationship develop. So that's more than most other queer couples get in animation these days.
I'm sorry, Shiro kissed a random dude in the end credits of season 8 of Voltron, so your argument is invalid.
Okay. If I remember correctly, the fans fucking hated that because it's like, why couldn't... It's like, you killed Adam and then you just give him this other random dude from the background. No. Which... Adam's
such a non-character, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, Voltron had its issues. I do really love Luz and Amity's relationship and the way it developed. Admittedly, Amity's side of the things definitely, like, developed a bit fast because she started as alpha bitch.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, her character is so well written, generally speaking, and she's so damn likable, like, the rest of the time, that I'm willing to forgive that slight stumble in the writing of, you know, moving her away from, you know, alpha bitch bully territory into being, you know, more of a three-dimensional character faster. I'm willing to overlook that because she's fucking adorable, her girlfriend's fucking adorable, and they make an adorable couple, and I love them, and I want to see more.
Alright then. Well, you will see a little bit more and no more, because Disney said so.
Unless we somehow get a movie.
We'll see. I have a feeling that they're not going to press their luck, and like the season 3 specials are going to be, you know, written in such a way to actually like wrap things up.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. Hopefully the season 3 specials are not too dense and like don't feel like they're just speed running the season.
I feel like they have to be dense, but they can be dense in a good way.
Yeah, but I don't want it to feel like they're just speed running plot points.
Like best film ever, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
You can believe that. You have the right to believe that.
Mm-hmm.
You're wrong, but you have the right to believe that.
It's good. Why don't you go take yourself and go fuck yourself?
I personally did not enjoy it all that much compared to Amazing Spider-Man 1. I had my issues with it. It's like if Amazing Spider-Man 1 isn't, it's like I would probably give like Amazing Spider-Man 1 like an 8 or a 9, but like TASM 2 is like just a straight like 6. It's like it's fine, it works, but like, man, it could have been so much better if they just focused better instead of just cramming all this shit in here.
It's okay. I didn't value my friendship with you that much. So.
I love how this is the turning point.
Yeah.
Our opinions on the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
The podcast is going to have a very different vibe from now on. I'm just saying that much.
It probably won't change that much, people. We've done this before.
I'm glad the intro was so good, because from here on out, it's nothing but passive-aggressive bitterness.
Oh, God, you don't mean that.
This asshole thinks I don't mean that.
I know he doesn't mean that. I know this asshole doesn't mean that. I know he doesn't mean it.
He thinks I know. He thinks he knows me. He thinks he knows what I think.
I do. I got a pretty good idea. I've known you well enough for long enough to get a pretty good idea. So what you been up to?
That's what the other guy said to Brutus when he was like, "Et tu, Brutus?" I forget who said that though.
That was Julius Caesar.
Right. Well, I'm sure things worked out well for him in the end.
I'm sure. So what have you been up to?
Imagine being such a fucking cuck as Julius Caesar. You don't even get a pizza chain restaurant named after you. The pizza chain is actually fashioned after Nero.
It is the... Oh my god. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think Julius gets the salad, though. I think that was him.
He does. You gotta stab the salad like 30 times before you actually eat it, though. No one actually ever tells you that, but you need to.
Yeah, exactly. They stabbed him 30 times as a representation of about how many times you need to stab a salad to eat it. It's like poetry, because it rhymes.
Exactly.
I like how they came up with a euphemism for how we fucked Cleopatra, and now we just call a salad that for all time. We are a weird race of people.
Human beings be like that sometimes. Throughout the history, throughout the ages, we be like that. So, speaking of how you be lately throughout the recent ages.
Right. Well, speeding on a little bit from Cleopatra, just a bit.
Just a bit.
Yeah. Did you know that Cleopatra was closer to the invention of the iPhone than the construction of the pyramids?
Ooh.
I know things.
Thank you, Internet.
Yeah, I'm so smart. I watched some cartoons.
I believe you also watched The Owl House, though you were further along than me.
Yeah, I already watched season 1, so I just decided to watch the 10 episodes of season 2 that are up. Pretty good stuff. I'm not gonna gush about the Owl House because you already gushed about the Owl House.
It's so good.
Yeah, but I also watched the 5 episodes they have of The Ghost of Molly McGee, which I never realized that Master Shake and Tiny Tina was a comedic duo I needed in my life, but here we are.
That sounds amazing. I need to watch it.
Yeah, I mean it's basically those exact voices.
Sounds great.
Yeah,
I'll need it.
Yeah, it's a very funny cartoon. I like it. I can't wait to see more, which will probably happen sooner than later because Disney is now uploading their shows in like 5-episode batches to Disney Plus.
It's good to know that the ghost in Molly McGee is Ashley Birch being a good actress instead of Ashley Birch being miscast.
Being Aloy.
Aloy.
You can say Aloy. It's fine.
Yeah.
This is an anti-Aloy podcast. We don't support Aloy or Aloy-like things here.
A Horizon Zero Dawn, more like Horizon Zero Effort. Ooh, got him. I'm
very confused by people that find Aloy attractive.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Like
every time I call her ugly on Twitter, somebody's just like, her, the goddess, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, okay, look. You can disagree with the fact that she's like, okay, oh my god, okay.
Tell me you grew up in the middle of nowhere with no women around without telling me you grew up in the middle of nowhere with no women around.
Jeez. Yeah, look, okay, people. While I would personally argue against calling her quote-unquote ugly, I don't think she's that attractive either. She is just, like, super average.
Like, I think she had if she had a different fucking hairstyle, she might be okay.
Yeah, like just.
I hate her hair. It's like a fucking cobweb on top of her head.
Yeah, I don't get the hair thing either. It just doesn't work. It's not a good design. It's not appealing. It's not appealing. That's the main thing. She can be average looking and still be like appealing, but like she's not appealing.
Mm-hmm. And then somehow the Genshin Impact people managed to make her okay. It's weird.
Yeah, she's actually cute in that game. What the fuck?
Also, I can't. It's just such a weird thing to me that Aloy is in Genshin Impact.
That is true. What the fuck?
That is weird.
I mean,
that reminds me of the.
I mean, it gave us a good Aloy design, so I mean,
I guess. Yeah, it reminds me of the fucking promotional Ted Monokuma crossover.
Okay. Okay, that one was a stroke of marketing genius.
To be fair, huge plays.
Huge plays.
Galaxy brain shit right there.
I feel like Ted and Monokuma would be good friends.
It's I don't know, man. Ted actually is not like a sociopath or anything.
He's not.
He's actually,
yeah. They're funny though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love that. I actually really like Ted and Ted 2. The good movies.
I need to watch those.
Yeah. Anyway, so I watched some cartoons, and I'm gonna watch some more cartoons on November 3rd when the first 5 episodes of Amphibia season 3 come to Disney Plus.
I also plan on watching Amphibia. That's next up on
You should.
Plan.
I actually like it better than the Owl House.
So you've told me.
Mm-hmm.
Though interestingly, I've heard far less about Amphibia than I have about the Owl House. Although I did get spoiled on a major character death in Amphibia, which is not the kind of show I expected to have a major character death.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, it's just because Owl House had fucking, gay publicity.
True, it did. Which, I'm gonna be real.
That's a pretty good recipe to explode on the internet.
And to be fair, it worked. That's part of the reason I watched the Owl House.
Mm-hmm. You may agree with me, you may not. We will determine this at a later date.
I don't know, I really, really like the Owl House, and I just love the characters in the world of that entire story.
Yeah, I will say this, is that, like, conceptually, I should probably like the Owl House more. But in execution, I feel like Amphibia just does... It's just so it's so impeccably executed. This feels like I feel like this is the first, like, one of these post-Gravity Falls Disney shows to just, like, go off without a hitch. And, like everything... They had a plan, and they followed the plan pretty succinctly and competently. And, like, because every one of these fucking things has had something that held it back. Starverse is its own creator. DuckTales, Frank's nonsense and having to not getting the season 4 and having to cram potential season 4 things into the end of season 3. kind of hurt that, Owl House obviously getting screwed over in the way that it is. But Amphibia, they had a 3-season plan from the start, and they're getting their 3 seasons, and everything's just really well executed, and I like it.
A tight, nicely executed 60-episode cartoon.
Exactly. Yeah. There you go.
And maybe we'll get a movie out of it. 3 seasons and a movie.
Man, I can't communicate enough how much my heart sank at the time when Alex Hirsch was like, 3 seasons, 2 seasons in a movie, 2 seasons. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Stop downsizing!
Yeah, you can tell that, like, Weird Mageddon was supposed to be, like, the big finale movie.
Yeah. Like, okay, we already had a fucking 5-hour episode about Gravity Falls, but it bears repeating. Yes. I actually recently bought the Blu-ray set because I want to see all of the episode commentaries they did for every episode.
Yes.
I'm hoping I get to Roadside Attraction and they finally explain themselves.
Let's explain why this episode is fucking shit.
Probably not, though. They're probably going to be like, well, actually, I had a very important message to convey very badly through this episode.
Very badly.
Yeah. But no, I'm looking forward to going through that at some point. And some of the bonus features and whatnot. It's a really good set. But it bears repeating that I think one of the big problems Gravity Falls had is that, like, it's a show where I feel like 70% of the plot is in the last 10 episodes.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. Those 10 episodes are like the strongest 10 episodes of the show. But also...
Roadside Attraction is in those last 10, so maybe not. But...
yeah. I keep forgetting that's the one that happens right before freaking Dipper and Mabel versus the... Fuck.
Maybe they made a shitty episode on purpose so that everything after it would look better by comparison.
They didn't need to, though, because it's already really good.
Well, artists, they get insecure about things.
Though to be fair, it's hard to. Though to be fair, it is kind of hard to top the double whammy of Not What He Seems and Tale of Two Stands.
That's true. It's true. It's also just like, yeah. Go on.
No, go ahead.
I was also gonna say that, like, Gravity Falls is really weird. It occupies the same space in my brain as Invader Zim, even though it wasn't canceled like Invader Zim was. Where, like, it doesn't feel over to me, even though it is. Because I feel like they didn't expound. They didn't do everything they could have. Because the show still has untapped potential, and in that regard, even though the plot came to an end, it somehow doesn't feel over to me, which is a weird space to occupy in my brain.
Yeah, which it explains why people are just like people really want a Gravity Falls movie as like an epilogue, and Alex Hirsch has said on multiple occasions, unless Disney lets me back into their offices and wants to play ball on that one, no dice. And from what I've seen, it seems like Disney's just kind of done with Gravity Falls and they're just moving on.
Yeah, they're done with Gravity Falls, but they're not done trying to replicate Gravity Falls.
That is good. That is a very good point. They keep trying to replicate the success of Gravity Falls throughout their successive cartoons to various levels of success.
I cannot stress enough how much, and people other than me have probably said this, but I feel like they don't say it enough, that like Gravity Falls was a game changer in a lot of ways.
It was. It has
kind of you could argue like some earlier shows defined like modern comedy in a way. Like I would say that cartoons were written differently after Adventure Time and regular show.
Oh yeah,
they were just written differently.
Yeah, like a lot of that that includes stuff like humor. Like the humor of shows prior to Adventure Time or whatever tended to try and go for this more timeless, genericized, for lack of a better term, sound to it. Something that felt felt like a cartoon. Whereas Adventure Time had more of this modern contemporary feel to it that spoke directly to the like predominant audience at the time, which was teenagers, and that helped to kind of grab a wider audience of people from like various different demographics that really worked in Adventure Time's favor. And Adventure Time, hell, a lot of the people who worked on shows after Adventure Time came from Adventure Time. Like, if I remember correctly,
that or Flapjack.
That and Flapjack. Alex Hirsch used to be like a storyboarder on Flapjack.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I would argue both Adventure Time and Flapjack to a lesser degree were kind of the turning point for modern Western animation, and especially with Adventure Time eventually having a semi-serialized narrative and overarching themes and plot lines, which wasn't really a common thing. You had it occasionally with stuff like, you know, Ben 10 or Codename Kids Next Door, but
or Teen Titans, or you know.
But like, it really took off in a massive way with Adventure Time, and you know, the very next year we got Gravity Falls.
No, it's 2 years later.
Oh, 2 years later.
But going off of that, what I say, if those shows changed how cartoons were written, Gravity Falls changed, especially for Disney Channel, how shows were structured.
Yeah.
In terms of being these semi-serial narratives, and the kinds of themes they had and the kind of cast dynamics they had was all fucking established by that show. I mean, people point this out all the time that like every major Disney show since then has had a very similar kind of dynamic to it.
Yep.
And
kind of like this broken found family going through weird adventures kind of thing.
Yeah. I think a large part of why Disney keeps trying to replicate Gravity Falls, or maybe I don't know if it's Disney or if it's just like people in the industry that were inspired by Hirsch that are just trying to emulate, that just really liked what he did. It was like, well, this is viable now in Western television, so I want to do that too. I feel like it's probably a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. You know, a little bit of getting those columns together. It's kind of like, you know.
I wonder how Alex Hirsch feels about being the David Lynch of Western animation.
I think he's okay with us watching his show on our phones. I think that's a pretty safe assumption.
Yeah, all right. You see, yeah. But see, here's the thing. Here's the difference between Alex Hirsch and David Lynch.
Yeah.
David Lynch is like, you know, you're not really watching my movies if you're watching them on your phone. But if you watch my movies
on your fucking telephone, get real.
But if you watch my movies as an NFT, that's fine.
Yeah. Other point, Alex Hirsch has never tried to sell me an NFT.
In fact, in one of the most recent Simpsons episodes at time of this recording, he actually, like, friggin' Bill Cipher literally showed up in an episode of The Simpsons, voiced by Hirsch himself, and said, "Buy crypto, suckers!" Just in case you wanted, like, Alex Hirsch's whole, his entire perspective on that whole thing.
Yeah.
Have I told y'all how based Alex Hirsch is?
Kinda, yeah. 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 I mean, like, that's probably the reason why you're never going to see more Gravity Falls, is just because he's so base, Disney barely tolerates him anymore.
He pushed the boundaries a lot when he was working at Disney Channel.
Yeah, and after he'll just retweet them, just like, "Hey, fuck this." "Hey, you stupid motherfuckers, fuck you."
I still remember, but he's still allowed to work for them in like smaller ways. He's the voice of King in the Owl House.
He also voices who?
He does. Apparently, that's his Mickey Mouse impression that he uses to make Dana laugh, and Dana just made that voice into a character in the show for her own amusement.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Dana has also been surprisingly fuck Disney while still actively working for Disney.
it makes you wonder, like, how much can they get away with just dunking on Disney while still being cool with the
I just assume the executives just don't have Twitters. Maybe they just don't know.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That would make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
God, that just reminds me of all the people who apparently. Speaking of Twitter and Dana Terrace.
Yeah.
Apparently, Dana enjoys messing with trolls and bigots on Twitter.
Yeah.
like, apparently she. I don't know what that was. Oh, jeez.
Well, some kind of gag or cough, clearly.
I don't know what my throat did there. Woo. Apparently something she likes to do is she'll just, like, randomly like or quote retweet or, like, reply to various tweets that are like, the Owl House is promoting witchcraft and makes hell seem like a cool place and is promoting, like demonic imagery and the gay agenda. And she's like, yeah, it fucking is. Ain't it great?
I will say that show is everything everything the Pearl Collectors would probably hate.
Which, of course, means that I like it.
Yeah, well, you can't afford any pearls, so you won't be clutching them.
Exactly, it's perfect.
Exactly.
Perfect.
For all of you out there who have no pearls to clutch, we've got a show for you.
Watch The Owl House on Disney Channel. Da 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 da.
Do do do.
Hoot 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 hoot.
Oh my god, is there a Hootie promo of the Disney Channel? I need to see it now.
I need that in my life. I need to see.
He just kind of grotesquely maneuvers around and forms the Mickey Mouse symbol.
Yes, Someone tell Dana on Twitter because I need that now. Oh god, that's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh jeez, how has no one thought of this before? Hi, I'm Hootie,
and you're watching Disney Channel.
Hootie's the funniest fucking character in that show.
Mm-hmm.
God, I can see why some people.
I said we were done gushing about the Owl House. Fuck it.
It's a good show though. Anyway, what else have you been doing?
Yeah, that was the point, Kevin. That was the point. I can't even talk about what I've been doing because you're sucking me back into this Owl House discourse.
Okay, I will wait. I will be patient. What you been doing, buddy?
This guy didn't even fucking know about owl pellets. He's trying to fucking.
He didn't even know about owl pellets.
Yeah, he didn't even know that owls don't have anuses. How do you live life not knowing that?
Pretty comfortably.
I hate you. You're an ignoramus and everything that's wrong with this country.
Oh, don't worry. Everybody knows how this works. Like, your character development will reset at the end of the episode, and the next episode will be fine. We gotta keep the status quo.
You can't just have your characters announce how they feel. That makes me feel angry. Right, also, aside from cartoons, I've also been playing some video games. You know how it goes. Ah,
yes, the thing you normally do.
Quite often, in fact.
So
it's my thing.
What you been playing?
I played through Pumpkin Jack.
Ah, yeah, you added that to the pile last night. I noticed.
The pile. Moment of silence for the pile.
Why?
Anyway, Pumpkin Jack is a because it's magnanimous, Kevin. It's a mountain of accomplishment, is what it is.
Oh, okay.
It's like when you get to the top of Mount Everest, what are you gonna do? Talk? No, you're gonna take in the breathtaking sight.
That's a good point.
And then you're desperately gonna breathe in more because you're gonna be really struggling to breathe.
It's like, okay, we're gonna go down. We're gonna go down now. Okay. Moving down now.
Okay. Watch the oxygen tank. You need oxygen tanks to climb up that high, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. As above, so below. as someone once said. But yeah, Pumpkin Jack is a neat little 3D platformer, very Halloween based, very time of the season. It's a short and sweet little package, about 5-6 hours. It's like 6 levels, and each one will take you about an hour or so.
Okay.
Very Halloween focused. It's about Stingy Jack working for the devil, defeat humanity's wizard, let hell reign on earth. That kind of deal.
Defeat the wizard.
It's fun. Yeah, the wizard, humanity's champion, the wizard. It's got some witty writing. It's nowhere near like something like The Messenger, but it's all right. But you're really just there for like the simple platforming gameplay and the general Halloween-y vibes is what you're there for. It definitely has the look and feel of something made. I think it was like made by like one guy, but then like he had like some help later on to get it published and stuff. And it definitely has the feel of a very independent project. Like the platforming's fine, but it's not super polished as you might expect. It's a little floaty. It's very easy to overshoot jumps and stuff.
Yeah.
You get used to it, but like it never quite. Yeah, and the combat's kind of it's fine. It's like it's forgiving enough because like literally everything drops health. You smash crates, there's health. You kill enemies, there's health. So like it's kind of like it's just kind of clumsily, awkwardly, just like hitting each other until like eventually you win. It's fun, but it's not like super in depth or anything like that. It's a fine time. I got it on sale for like $13, and that's fine. It's a fine product. It's a fine thing. Very good for if you want a short, sweet game to get you in the Halloween spirit, I recommend Pumpkin Jack.
It's good to know. What platforms is it on?
Everything. It's on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Switch.
Oh, sweet. Good to know.
Yeah. Runs at 60 on PS5, which is nice.
Oh, nice. Probably just 30 on Switch.
Yeah. There's also a 30 FPS quality mode, but I didn't use it because I'm not a fucking scrub. The lighting is slightly better. That's worth cutting my frame rate in half.
I still remember how, like, when you were playing Darksiders War Mastered on Switch, I kept telling you about the 60 FPS, like, performance mode, and you're like, no, the gameplay's fine at 30. It's fine. I don't need the performance mode. I'm not going to turn that on. And now these days, you're just like, oh my god, I can't play anything without 60 FPS on.
Did they add that in a patch? Because I swear, I don't remember that being there.
No, that was there since launch.
I think what it was is that I was playing in handheld mode, and I didn't want the resolution to drop.
Okay, yeah, to be fair, it looks better docked than it does handheld.
Yeah, that was the time when I was playing everything in handheld mode. That was probably why I did that.
Yeah.
Was because I didn't want the resolution to drop any lower.
Yeah. The resolution looks a lot better. Like, the difference between 810p on a 1080p screen and 540p on a 720p screen is actually pretty big, because, like...
Yeah.
The 1080p is already pretty big, and 810p is only, like, slightly smaller than that, so it still looks pretty good when it's blown up. But, like, 540p is pretty low res, and when you expand that to fit a 720p screen, it's going to look pretty pixelated.
So what I'm saying is, there's no hypocrisy here.
You could have played it docked.
At the time, that would have been a pain in the ass. I didn't have like the setup for that.
Yeah, fair enough. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Also, I want to point out that like I was very used to Darksiders on PS3, which ran at 30.
Right.
And the Switch version's 30 is actually a better 30. So like it was already an improvement.
True. Yeah. It is a locked 30, whereas like on PS3 and 360 it had like constant drops.
Yeah. So yeah, no hypocrisy. Not a hypocrite.
Okay.
Just, I didn't want shitty image quality.
And that's totally fair. Totally fair.
Mm-hmm. Nowadays, if I wanted to play it at 60, I'd probably just get the PS4 version.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm. because then it'll look nice and play nice.
Yes.
It's what you want. It's what you want.
It's the best of everything.
As Hannah Montana once said, it's the best of both worlds.
I'm not completing the song. We're moving on.
Okay. Well, will you complete the easiest platinum trophy by playing the Hannah Montana the movie the game? Every trophy hunter, you can tell whether a trophy hunter is a bitch or not if they've platinumed Hannah Montana the movie the game, because Hannah Montana the movie the game is one of the easiest platinums ever made.
How do you platinum that
But
game?
I actually don't know offhand, but I know it's really easy. You just do a few mini games. You just go through the very short story or whatever, and you get the platinum.
You'll probably do it in like an afternoon.
Yeah, I'll look it up. It's very short, but it's like it's almost like a mark of bitchhood when you have Hannah Montana the movie the game on your trophy list. You can actually hide it now, and I'm convinced Sony only added the hide trophy game on your trophy list feature specifically for all the trophy hunters that were complaining about Hannah Montana the movie the game being a permanent stain on their trophy list. But I want to point out that it does not hide the total number of trophies at the top. So somebody could actually go through your list and realize, wait a minute, there's a discrepancy here. It says you have one more platinum than you actually do. You must have platinumed Hannah Montana the movie the game and not told anyone. You're trying to hide your Hannah Montana the movie the game aptitude from the world.
Care to explain yourself, platinum bitch?
Let's see. According to PlayStationTrophies.org, Hannah Montana the movie the game, estimated trophy difficulty 2 out of 10. Approximate time about 3 to 4.5 hours.
Okay.
Only one playthrough needed. No glitch trophies. No cheats. 43 offline trophies. All the trophies should unlock in one playthrough as long as you 5-star every song and get perfect on the specific parts needed for certain songs. That's not as hard as it sounds. I suggest doing the mini games the second time you come across them, not the first time. You'll have to do complete the story anyway, so the first encounter will be a waste of time. For clothing and decorating trophies, hold off on buying items and decorating them until you've unlocked every area. Run through the stores faster instead of jumping around. Build up your tokens by riding the horse at the beginning and hold on to them. Everything else is straightforward. If the techniques above are followed, the game can be completed in a very minimal amount of time.
Wow, that is a mark of bitchhood for platinum. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a mark of bitchhood where it's like, I am so addicted to platinum trophies that I completed Hannah Montana the movie the game.
If you are literally so like yeah, no, fucking why even? Come on, man.
It's a mark of bitchdom. You're just addicted to the platinum grind at that point.
It's not worth it's not worth having fucking Hannah Montana the movie the game.
Did I ever tell you about W-Dog?
No. Please do.
W-Dog was a friend of mine from the NISA forums, and I still follow him on Twitter. He is the biggest trophy hunter I've ever met in my life.
Oh,
you wanna
right.
Know how
You've mentioned
you wanna know
him.
how fucking insane this guy is?
How fucking insane is this guy?
He has platinumed Hyperdimension Neptunia, which is not an easy platinum, by the way, in every fucking region the game is released in.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, he has like 6 platinums for Hyperdimension Neptunia, the original version, by the way, not the later, like, good version.
Oh my.
It's insane. He has platinum. That's not a. Let me look that up. I don't think that's a very easy platinum either, or at least it's not a quick one.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's ridiculous. No. Oh god, there's so many fucking Neptunia games at this point. God damn. I'm not gonna go on that rant about how Neptunia should fucking die already. But
it's very outdated these days.
Oh my fucking god.
What?
Estimated Hyperdimension Neptunia, the original PS3 version, estimated platinum difficulty 4 out of 10. That's not too bad, but approximate time to platinum 50 to 80 hours.
Oh my god. Oh dude. You wasted
He's done this like 5 or 6 times.
You've wasted at minimum 300 hours of your life on this. What the fuck? Why? Why would you do this to yourself?
Look, W-Dog defies all logic. I'm kind of convinced he's not actually a person.
Oh my
I think
God.
I think he's just an SCP that I've encountered.
He might be. He very well might be. This isn't human.
I'm gonna look him up on like PlayStation profiles. Hold on. PSN profile. I want to see what his level is now.
Okay. I want to know. I'm curious.
Yeah, PSN profiles is like the site for trophy hunters. Now it's a little confusing because PlayStation recently redid the whole level system. It used to go from like 1 to 100-ish. It used to go from like 1 to 50-ish, and then they changed it to 1 to 100-ish. But recently they made it go from like 1 to 1,000, and they've like so like, for example, I was like level 23 or something before the change, and then I was like level 370 something after the change.
Oh, bigger numbers.
Yeah. So keep in mind, what am I right now? I am like level 360 something. I don't remember. I'm looking at right now. Last time he synced his account anyway. He is level 894.
Oh.
He has 34,483 total trophies. He has 764 platinums.
Oh my.
He has 5,177 gold, 9,004 silver, and 19,538 bronze. He has played 1,681 games, completed 1,117 games with a completion percentage of 73.6%. He earns an average of about 10 trophies per day. In the entire world, according to PSN profiles, he is ranked 580th of all fucking PlayStation owners.
Yikes.
And in his country, which he's American, he is ranked 91.
He is top 100 in the Oh my God.
Yeah. And what's crazy to me is that this guy is fucking insane, but there's 90 people ranked above him in the country and 579 people ranked above him in the world.
Are these people okay?
Look, it's a lifestyle.
I just don't know if it's a lifestyle I should be like... Should I be, like... impressed? Should I be, like...
I think
concerned?
the first time I did a double take, after he told me he platinumed every version of Neptunia, obviously, was when he tells me that, and I see this here, he imports, like, visual novels he cannot read just because they're easy platinums.
Oh my...
He doesn't understand what the fuck is happening in these games, but he plows through them anyway because they're easy platinums, because they're visual novels, obviously.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and this guy's like an otaku, man. A lot of the games he plays are like lengthy ass JRPGs and stuff. You know, I'm sure he's done Hannah Montana the movie, the game, of course, but you know, most of the stuff he does are like really long Japanese ass games. So, I see he's almost platinumed Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania already.
Already.
Yeah, he's got 90% of the trophies.
Oh, so he's synced it very recently.
Yes, it looks like his most recent sync was today.
Oh my. So this is now.
Yeah, well, that sync was on October 11th, but yeah.
Oh, God.
Also, he was going... Man, this is random. He was going through Toy Story 3 at the same time.
I mean, all right. Not a bad game to go through, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of... Man. Yeah, and like I said, like, he'll get, like, other versions of games. Like, I'm looking at... He hasn't platinumed it yet, but, you know, the new Neptunia versus Senran Kagura thing?
Oh, yeah, that fucking...
Yeah, he has platinumed that. Actually, no, he hasn't. No, he's got both versions listed. I guess he bought both, but he hasn't platinumed either of them yet. That is really new, though. I'm not surprised.
I'm not terribly interested in the Senran Kagura versus Neptunia because I don't care about Neptunia, and I just want another mainline Senran Kagura game. I don't want like a goofy spin-off.
You will get goofy spin-offs until the end of time, Kevin.
Yeah, I know I will, because fucking the main guy responsible for the Senran Kagura games left Marvelous because they were being stupid and canceled Senran Kagura 7.
Yeah, so many of his platinums are fucking compile heart shit. And it's like, man, I have such a that's a topic for another time, but man, me and Compile Heart, we have beef. We have drama.
Clearly.
Yeah, but not this guy. He's all for it.
He's like, oh fuck yeah, Compile Heart, easy platinums.
Yeah. If he ever hears this, W-Dog, I just want you to know that I deeply respect everything you do. I wish I was as dedicated to anything as you are to this.
That is one thing I can absolutely say in his defense here. This is a level of dedication I respect.
Yeah, you're a based Giga Chad, and I wish you luck in your I wish you luck in your continued endeavors to climb the ranks and be the greatest platinum hunter.
I may only judge you. I may only judge you simply because I am scared of your potential.
You know, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah. He respects you. He's just kind of afraid at the same time.
A little bit. You know, arm's length.
Yeah. You know, yeah. I used to be a little bit in the trophy hunting game, but now I'm more in the sort of play more games kind of game, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're just like, what? It's like I could spend all my time getting platinums, but instead I could spend all my time enjoying more games.
Yeah. No, I understand, you know, some people, when they really love a game, they want to squeeze all the content out of the juices, you know?
Oh, absolutely. There are a few games I've done that with.
Yeah, I understand that. And, you know, there's games I've done that with, and there's games I want to do that with. But I think doing that for, like, everything I play is just, like, you know, at that point, it's kind of like squeezing blood from a stone, you know? Some games are really great, but not... You hit a point of diminishing returns when you try to, like, do all of the things, you know? Yeah. So, you know, I still hunt, but just, you know, casually, you know? I don't answer all of the foxtrot calls, is what I'm getting at.
You are the casual achievement peruser.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, yeah. Except it's trophies because it's PlayStation. But you know what I'm saying? You know, the guys call me up. They're like, "We're going to hunt foxes at the reserve. Care to join us?" And I'm like, "Not today, chap. I've got other things in my life." But at some point, you know, I show up every now and again. I'm like the guy at the fox hunting club that he shows up every now and again. You know, he's not like a, you know, like he keeps up with the trends, but he's not like super hardcore about it. You know, just a casual fox hunter.
Yeah.
Tally ho, good chaps.
All right.
Tally ho.
All right.
Yeah. This is a weird tangent, but I'm glad I finally got to talk about that.
It was a fascinating tangent, I will say that much. I was enraptured the entire time.
Yes, much like a fox in a trap.
I was ensnared.
Exactly. Much like a fox in a trap.
Yes.
Fox hunting. Do you get it?
Yes.
It's a sport of rich people.
Much like achievement hunting.
Kind of. Maybe not quite on the same level. You know, I don't think there's any platinum hunter country clubs. That sounds pretty awesome though, to go to like a retreat and everyone's just playing games and just hunting trophies and probably having orgies, you know.
You know, gamers known for having sex.
Well, okay, look, these ones though. Like normal gamers, I get your point. But like these guys are Giga Chads.
Yeah.
These guys have look, if you have the determination and grit to platinum every regional variant of Hyperdimension Neptunia, you can get some pussy. I 100% fully believe that.
Okay.
Look, I'm just saying, Kevin, there's some skill transference.
Is there now?
I believe so. W-Dog, I believe in you. I believe in you. You think he's just like sneezed constantly while we've been talking about him?
Is he just having a sneezing fit for the last 25 minutes?
I know. I want to run a scientific study. Is that actually a thing? Do people sneeze when other people are talking about them? I don't think so, because if you think about it logically, that would mean that famous people would be sneezing constantly. They would never stop sneezing. So there has to, if it is true, there has to be some kind of rule set to it, or like a cooldown period or something.
Yeah.
Because I don't think celebrities are known for sneezing more than average people. I don't think so. Although that would be hilarious. You know, you're on the fucking Colbert show or whatever, and then Robert Downey Jr. walks in and is like, hey, I'm Robert Downey. Achoo, 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 achoo. You know, it's just, that'd be funny. That's a funny picture. There should be an SNL skit about that. Do you think I could write for SNL?
You'd be a better writer than most of their current ones.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. My humor is probably too spicy for SNL though.
The only good thing that SNL has going for them right now is fucking Black Jeopardy.
What is that?
It's.
I don't watch SNL.
It's a. Never mind.
No, explain it to me. I'm actually really curious.
Black Jeopardy is like, you're familiar with their Celebrity Jeopardy thing?
Nope.
Oh my god.
I don't watch cable.
It's It's on NBC.
That's a cable channel.
No, it's not.
What do you mean NBC isn't a cable channel? Yes, they are.
NBC is fucking basic TV. You can get it over the air.
Well, I don't fucking do that either. Oh my god. I don't own a TV is the first problem. Really? NBC is public access? I didn't know that.
Yes, it is.
That's crazy.
It's always been public access.
NBC Universal.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Well, then why do they have fucking Peacock?
I don't fucking. I'm getting sadder and sadder the more we talk about this.
I'm sorry, I don't own a television, Kevin.
Oh, Jesus.
Bougie asshole with your television.
It's a Jeopardy parody. Black Jeopardy is a parody of Jeopardy, where it's they make
right.
like, yeah. I should send you a couple of Black Jeopardy skits.
What's the gimmick? Fun. What's the angle here? What sets it apart? What are they parodying?
Oh, like instead of answering with like actual trivia questions, it's like they answer in the way of like fucking. It's basically answering to the host. Like, that's the entire game.
I don't get it.
You need to watch it to understand.
Okay. Well, way to fucking kill the podcast momentum dead, Kevin.
You're the one who... Okay, never mind.
You brought up the Black Jeopardy. That you have to admit, when you say something like Black Jeopardy, it inspires follow-up questions.
I expected you to... Okay, I would have been fine explaining Black Jeopardy, but you didn't even know what Celebrity Jeopardy was, and you didn't even know that NBC was a fucking over-the-air public access fucking TV channel. How am I supposed to follow up on all of that?
Because their whole fucking thing seems super corporate right now, because they got their own fucking dipshit streaming service, and like all their shows are like have more ads on Hulu because like they're a major network or whatever.
That's another fucking thing. I don't get why they have all. Oh my god, why did they make their own goddamn streaming service? No one fucking cares about Peacock. Oh great, you have The Office. No one. The only reason anybody cared about The Office on Netflix is because it was on Netflix.
That's what I'm saying though. They have such a corporate image these days. I didn't think of them as being a public access thing. Like when you put them in the same category as PBS, I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense.
Okay, yeah, to be fair, yeah.
They have very different images. Don't blame me. They're putting out bad vibes right now.
Would you believe me if I said CBS, Fox, and ABC are also public access?
Yes, I would, because how else would they influence elections?
Oh my God, you're right. Oh my God.
Yeah, didn't think about that, did you?
Mind blown.
It's all about access, Kevin. It's all about access.
Well, hot damn.
Yeah, it's like it's a gateway drug to the fucking alt-right rabbit hole.
It really.
That and just YouTube in general. If you don't have any, YouTube is a different experience if you've been there for a while versus if you're brand new. It really is a different experience because I don't get recommended any of that shit.
Yeah, I just.
But if you sign out and look at the front page, it is so easy to fall into it.
Yeah, like all I get is like fucking like shitpost status videos, fucking podcasts, VTuber clips, goddamn motherfucking video game reviews, Scott the Woz, and like other nerd shit. That's all I get.
Mm-hmm.
And Good Mythical Morning. Like, that's all the shit that I get on my feed. It's all just very innocuous shit. Whereas,
Are you also angry that Pixie Sticks won the competition?
Pixie Sticks did what?
Yeah, they did their Halloween tournaments and like they did
Pixie
3.
Sticks win?
I know. What the fuck?
Okay, look, I don't hate Pixie. Like, I don't hate Pixie Sticks. They're fine, but like no.
It's just a straw full of sugar.
It is vaguely flavored sugar. Look, I get it. It was like crack when you were a child, okay? But like,
you guys are in your 40s. You need to have more refined taste than this.
Come on, Rhett and Link, you're better than you have children now.
This came like the day after Good Mythical Evening.
Oh my God.
Didn't see it. Kind of interested. Don't feel like paying for it though.
I might. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. You can get it on VOD now.
Ooh, nice.
That stands for video on demand for the young and old in the audience.
Yes, I know. I'm very aware of what VOD means.
Yeah. Well, some people might not be. You know, all of our thousands of listeners. There's got to be someone out there.
All of our thousands. Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
Okay.
Real facts with Zeke and Kevin.
Real facts.
Huge plays. Just massive plays. If you get that reference, you're a Giga Chad.
Enormous fucking play. Okay.
These plays, unquantifiably massive. But you know what? Small plays. Pixie Sticks winning the old school candy competition. That's small plays.
Yes.
Tiny plays. I like how they did the first one was like peanut butter things, and people were like, well, I'm so glad they finally gave peanut butter its own category because otherwise we all know what would have won the main one. But I can't hold. You know what? Everyone gets so mad at them for their peanut butter bias. So I'm like, look, I'll stop being mad at it when peanut butter stops being so fucking dope.
I know. It's fucking amazing. It's such a versatile it's such a versatile ingredient. You can do so much with it.
You put it with chocolate. The sky is the fucking limit. Like you've unlocked the best fucking flavor right there.
You fucking dry that shit out. You get peanut brittle.
Fucking like candy makers just give up. We discovered the best flavor, and it's peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah.
Peak
fucking candy.
The peak has been reached. You're on top of Everest. You're suffocating. You should probably get down.
Why do you think people? Why do you think there are like 5 different variants of Reese's right now?
Reese's fucks.
It does.
I had a Reese's just a half hour ago.
And you know what? If you don't want the chocolate, you could just get Reese's Pieces. It's just the peanut
Reese's
butter.
Reese's Pieces is dope as shit. And when Steven Spielberg accepted that sponsorship for E.T., he defined a generation.
He single-handedly changed the trajectory of human history.
The game was never the same after that moment.
It wasn't. It could have been M&M's. It could have been M&M's, but it wasn't.
Fucking M&M's are boring. Can we just agree with this?
If I want chocolate, I'll just get a Hershey's bar.
Yeah. And you know what people do when they want M&Ms to be better? They get the ones with the peanuts in them.
They do. They do.
Peak flavor.
Hell, they introduced friggin' peanut butter M&Ms, and you know what? Those are fucking bomb.
The only reason the fucking aliens haven't wiped us from the galaxy is because we discovered peanut butter and chocolate.
That's
the sole greatest magnum opus as a species.
The one thing we have going for us.
They were like, oh, we should probably wipe these fuckers out. They're gonna fucking cause entropy and destroy the universe. But damn, they invented some dope-ass candy, so I guess we're just gonna wait and see on that one.
You know what's also really fucking dope and highly underrated?
What?
Rice Krispie treats.
They're pretty good.
They're pretty good. I fucking love them.
Yeah. I've made them at home before. They're pretty good. You get some butter and marshmallow goo.
And you can put chocolate in it.
That's true, you can. And peanut butter if you're feeling a little spicy. Feeling a little spicy. Some caramel, maybe.
And you know what? That shit fucks!
Yeah, Rice Krispie Treat is like a blank canvas that you can paint your wildest dessert dreams upon.
It's the most amazing thing.
It's a dense canvas of dessert creativity.
I'm glad that we could all agree on this.
Yeah.
Friendship restored.
we kind of came back around to Halloween, didn't we?
We did.
It's the spirit. It's the Halloween spirit. It's invading us. It's penetrating us.
Ah, get it out!
It's touching us, but we gave consent, so it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I gave consent for you.
I don't think that's how consent works. I think I'm gonna have to look up on that.
Nah, don't do any research. I want you as ignorant as possible. Makes it easier to manipulate you.
Oh, God. Ha. Alt-right.
Damn it, I've gone too far. This is like the point in Megamind when he realizes he's fucked up. This guy is not hero material. I have made a grave mistake.
More like under new management.
They defined a generation with that clip, I'm not gonna lie. It's a very versatile scene that you can insert into there was no gif or like clip or scene to describe that circumstance before, and they invented it.
I have noticed there have been a lot of Megamind memes of the last few years. Like, a lot of Megamind memes.
It's a good movie. Very memeable.
Like, some of them don't even make sense, like fucking penis music.
Yeah, but it was funny.
It was funny.
Yeah.
I cannot deny. Penis music is fucking funny.
Yeah. We have an energy about us today, Kevin.
We do. I don't know what's happening, but I like it.
I think it's the candy for me, on my side. On your side, it might just be the spirit of Halloween just gently caressing you.
Is that why I feel warm?
Yeah. Do you feel a little aroused right now?
No comment.
When you look, I'm going to show you some pictures of pumpkins, and I want you to tell me exactly how hard your chub is.
Why? What?
It's for science, trust me.
Maybe we should move on.
That's right. We have a second segment, don't you know?
We do.
Keep it tuned to the Baka Gaijin Show. Hey, welcome back to the Baka Gaijin Show with those two fucks you know. Fuck one, fuck two, that's us.
Hi, I'm fuck two, apparently. I think. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fuck two.
Remember the Futurama episode where the universes, they didn't want to be called Universe 2, so like, we'll be Universe A and you'll be Universe 1. Compromise is the name of the game.
So am I fuck A?
I told you we don't do that equality bullshit here, so.
Ah, right, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
While I was preparing...
Systemic oppression is the name of the game.
No, this isn't systemic. This is very direct depression.
Ah, okay. Yeah, right. Okay. Fair. Huge place.
Yeah. While I was exactly. Yeah, based. I am based. Anyway. As I was loading up the Reddit stuff for our Reddit dive.
Woo! What happened?
I saw that fellow based Giga Chad Horikoshi also posted something fucking adorable. I'm gonna post that in the MHA discussion.
Ooh, cool.
For you.
Well, I will.
A Halloween sketch.
Oh, that.
And it is fucking adorable.
Oh, I love it. That is so cute. Oh, I love that so much.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna put that in the video.
Yeah, that's actually Todoroki, by the way. You can tell because of the two-toned pumpkin, and also because the tweet said Todoroki.
TDRK.
Yeah, just wanted to share that because it was fucking adorable. Anyway, we haven't recorded in a little while, so we just have a shitload of Reddit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna. I liked last time. Was it last time? I think when I let you guys, other people read things. So we're gonna read back and forth if that's okay with you.
All right, that is perfectly fine. Let me grab my phone wherever the fuck I put it. Hold up. You should have told me in advance.
I prefer the impromptu reactions.
Help! I can't. Oh wait, it's in my pocket. I'm a stupid motherfucker today. Okay. It was in my pocket the whole time.
Oh.
Is that a phone in your pocket, or you just happen to see me?
Ba-dum-bum-bum.
All right, I'm ready. So, who shall read first?
Okay. I'll read first. It's
okay.
Fine. It's fine. Right. It's fine. Okay, let's start with Anaita. Am I the asshole for not letting my daughter eat too much cheese?
Let's see where this goes. Probably not, but we'll see where this goes.
So this is a 37-year-old male with a 12-year-old daughter who is very picky. She likes cheese on everything. She's not overweight, but it's obviously not good for her health to eat cheese on everything. Weight isn't everything, and blood cholesterol shoots up easily. So I decided to stop giving her cheese in any form except for twice a week and then reduce it to once a week. I've been giving her only complex carbs and vegetables. I enrolled her in a sport she likes the most, boxing. That's a girl to be reckoned with. She often asks if she can have cheese an extra time a week, but I refuse and give her something else. I think she likes the creamy texture, so I've been getting her the vegan alternatives to cheese when she really wants it bad and she's happy with it. Oh, maybe not so based. My wife, however, told me that I'm forcing my daughter to give up something she loves eating. I told her what she loves isn't good for her. Besides, I'm not cutting out completely. I'm just minimizing it. My wife is mad at me and hasn't talked to me in the past 4 days. Damn.
Jesus.
This cheese is driving apart your marriage. What's your view here? What's your view here, Kevin?
Man, I have to imagine if this ends up leading to divorce, what the fucking divorce hearing is going to be like. Excuse me, why are you here? Why do you believe that this separation is necessary?
My husband won't let our daughter eat cheese!
Get out of my fucking courtroom. I'm
gonna say he's the asshole because cheese is fucking awesome, and to deprive a child of it is basically abuse.
Cheese is fucking rad, admittedly. But at the same time, she's 12 years old and she does, and like, she's at the point where she's probably growing the most. And she needs better nutrition. I think he's cutting back too far and he's being a little too extreme, admittedly. But, like, I think his heart's in the right place. I'm not going to necessarily call him the asshole. I'm going to call him misguided.
You want to know what top comment thinks?
Sure.
You are the asshole! Preventing children from having foods they like can cause them to develop eating disorders, or at the very least unhealthy relationships with food. Also, dear God, vegan cheese is so much more unhealthy. They're far more full of saturated fat, preservatives, reduced B12, chemicals to emulate the texture of cheese. It's basically just cheese-flavored plastic. For all utensil purposes, this decision is the worst of all.
Yeah, that's also true. I forgot about the whole eating disorder thing because I don't have an eating disorder.
somebody went into more detail. First of all, OP, she is 12 for fuck's sake. Her body is going into hyper-growth mode, and she needs tons of healthy fats and protein. Do not deny her any foods, and don't restrict her diet right now. In fact, just never restrict her diet.
See,
you are not a dietitian, and she is not sick. Those are the only conditions in which an adult should restrict a child's diet. Feeding them healthy foods does not require you to deny them specific foods.
that is a good point. I think he should try to be diversifying the amount, like the kinds of food she eats, rather than restricting what she can eat.
Yes.
Like, I think that's actually a better option to try and like balance out against all of the balance out against all of the cheese that's going in, is to balance it out with other things.
Yes. This person has 3 other points, though, that you rudely interrupted, if you'd let me get back to that.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Secondly, all bodies are different, but a healthy person gets energy from healthy fats as well as complex carbs. And while plant-based fats are preferable, the saturated fats of dairy aren't actually a significant factor in cardiovascular disease in moderation, especially not compared to meat fats. Thirdly, sometimes people just crave stuff because they're getting a nutrient from it they can't get elsewhere in their diet.
Very true.
You might not easily know what that thing is. If your daughter's craving cheese, give her cheese, and then ask her pediatrician to keep a weather eye on her for cholesterol. If it's not rising and she still wants cheese, what is the problem? She's 12. I craved eggs in my teens up to my 30s, and my cholesterol was stellar. Interestingly enough, I stopped craving them in my late 30s, and shortly thereafter my cholesterol started going up. Coincidence? No doctor was able to tell me. Fourthly, and I can't stress this enough, you sound like you're using your cheese obsession and the cholesterol argument to start monitoring her weight. Don't do this, OP. Don't do it. This is how girls get eating disorders and body dysmorphia. Your job as her father is to look at her with that goofy, loving, can do no wrong look and tell her constantly that she is beautiful and loved. When the world presses in on her, telling her she's not enough, it's your job to tell her she's more than enough, and you can't believe how incredibly beautiful, smart, and lovable she is. Unless she turns out to be a serial killer. I guess OP didn't think of that. Focus on that and let her doctor tell you what to worry about her health.
Yeah.
Basically, the last paragraph is pretty smushy, but I think this guy's he's dipping his toes into assholishness.
Yeah, I feel like it's coming from a place of like good intention, but he's going about it awfully wrong.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of diets, I'm going to now try Trolley sour watermelon sharks live on air.
All right, interesting.
Kevin, yeah, they're watermelon flavored. They're sour and they're shaped like sharks. Isn't that fun?
Fun! I love it.
I've been trying to find the trolley bags with Psychonauts 2 on them, but I can't find them anywhere.
Oh, sadness.
I'm very sad about that. Let's try this. Yeah, some nice watermelon flavor.
Nice.
Nice and gummy. As of yet, just a hint of sour, not very sour.
Yeah, that's actually something I like about trolley candies, is that like they're a little sour, but like not overwhelmingly so.
Yeah. Did I tell you about the I forget what they're called. I think they're called toxic waste dump candy.
Yeah, I know the ones. Yeah.
Yeah, they came in like the radioactive barrels.
Yeah, I fucking love those.
Yeah, I stole them from the food bank years ago when I used to volunteer there. They were gonna throw it out anyway. And they're probably like years expired at this point, but I just keep them I keep them because I want to prank someone with them at some point.
That'll be a fun one. I don't know how you would prank, but okay.
The reality is probably that because they're expired, the sourness has probably waned over time though, so.
Yeah, it's probably just like weirdly sweet now.
Yeah.
Maybe with a little bit of bitterness.
I didn't think this through. But I will say, the sour watermelon sharks, really fucking good.
That's good to know. Might pick some up at the store later.
Man, that really is just a hint of sourness. If you want a lot of sour, these aren't for you.
Yeah. So is that our first Reddit story?
Yes, it is. I'm going to give you a next one. This one's a Tifu. It's a large Tifu.
Ah, I get to read a fun one.
Yep. Here you go.
All right, let's take a look at this.
You read, I will consume more sharks.
NSFW, mature content.
Yeah, get the kids out of the room. This podcast is inappropriate.
Continue
if the first hour and a half didn't teach it already.
Okay, give me a second. Loading. Oh shit, wait, hold up. Okay, it's being stupid on my phone. Give me a hot second. Wait, view in app. Why does it want me to view in app?
Maybe because it's NSFW. I'll give you a non-NSFW one.
Okay, hold up. Let me see if desktop site works. Are you over 18? Yes. And here we go. Got it.
All right.
Today I fucked up by accidentally KOing my girlfriend at her parents' house and earning the nickname Murder Boner. Oh dear.
See where this goes.
Oh boy, you gave me a hell... Okay. So this one goes a while back, but still carries some significant amounts of shame and horror. I think about it often. That was weirdly worded. Reverse to some years ago during high school days. I had a girlfriend who was pretty hot in my standards. I was no looker, but managed to make girls laugh a lot, and that gave me an edge. So we've been dating for a while, and she's convinced me I should come and stay at her parents' vacation home.
He should come.
During some holiday I cannot recall now. I've been avoiding this for as long as possible, but in my feebleness, I finally succumbed to her wishes. She was a really good girl with good grades and mostly healthy interests. Both her parents were dentists and had bought this really nice estate close to the beach with a forest backdrop. So I'm introduced to her parents and feel a slightly judgmental and unfriendly look from her dad, but her mom is really friendly and welcoming. It has to be said I was a drummer and wore it as a lifestyle with me. Sorry, I was a drummer and wore it as a lifestyle with the mandatory grungy wardrobe at the time. Grunge drummer. Lovely.
Yeah!
I smoked like a chimney and might have been the stuff of her dad's nightmares considering how he looked at me. Might not have been his ideal picture of boyfriend material for his daughter. We're installed in a room upstairs.
That's a weird way to say that.
We're installed in a room upstairs with a view of the beach, real nice and cozy. We chew our way through some awkward conversations during dinner time, and her dad asks me a couple questions about my family and my plans for the future. I did not manage to impress him with any of my answers. At one point, he just looked at his daughter while I was answering one of his questions like, really? This guy? Her mom was self-sedating with some decent Pinot Noir, and luckily distracted him when he was getting ready to stick the knife in with a question of how I thought playing music could provide for a family, or even just supply a reasonable and steady income of any kind. So by this point, I'm getting a feeling he's not all that keen on me being with his daughter. After some less awkward coffee session in the lounge, after some less awkward coffee session in the lounge, we're going to bed. He keeps switching between, like, past tense and current tense.
Yeah.
It's
It's annoying.
I can just feel her dad... Oh, God.
Oh, you can feel her dad.
Sorry, no, my voice...
Hello, Dad.
My voice cracked there. I could just feel her dad's eyes in my back. What the fuck? This guy talks weird.
I know he does.
I can just feel her dad's eyes in my back when I walk behind her up the stairs to our room. Please learn grammar, God.
Damn.
It's like a stinging sensation I imagine you would feel from a laser cutting through your skin. He's not exactly loving the idea of hosting a love-making session between his beloved daughter and some grungy drummer boy with total lack of ability to provide. Ability to provide.
Yeah.
Now that I'm older, I can probably understand him. Ah, God, I hope so. So we're getting it on in the bed. Oh my God. So we're getting it on. We're getting it on in the bed. At this point, we've had sex before and have found a couple of ideal positions we cycle through. She's really in the mood and jumps on top of me, and the rodeo is in town.
The playlist has begun.
She's probably getting close to Oh God. She's probably getting close to climaxing because she's riding real fast, and I feel like we're making a lot of noise at this point. I whisper to her we should probably take it down a notch before someone hears us, but she can't hear me, so she leans closer to my face. And then something unexpected happens so fast. Oh God. As she leaned forward, she accidentally slipped off the drummer boner, and She accidentally slipped off the drummer boner and sat back on it, but in the other hole, it went all the way.
Missed opportunity to call it his drumstick.
It went all the way in like a jackhammer. She let out a real loud scream like a hen laying an extra large egg. Then passed out completely on top of me like she was rung up by Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
So,
I'm so glad I caught you when you were home alone.
Oh god. Yeah, this yeah. So imagine lying on a bed with an unconscious girlfriend on top of you with your murder boner up her butt and a total panicking feeling in your body while you can hear thundering footsteps approaching up the stairs towards your room. I don't imagine most people would like to know how that feels, but my thought was it's probably not something coming with milk and cookies. I try elegantly to toss the unconscious girlfriend off myself, but she's so slippery from all the lovemaking that I drop... Oh, God. It keeps getting worse. I drop her on the floor and she lands, still unconscious, spread eagle on her stomach with a condom hanging out her butt. I did not find this particular position of the unconscious girlfriend ideal, considering I had no time to reposition nor her or myself before some very intrigued parents of hers would be standing in the room. During the strenuous lovemaking, we tossed all pillows and blankets on the floor, so I had nothing to cover my not-so-raging murder boner but my hands. So there I lay naked on the bed, covering my fast-receding boner with my hands as her dad powered through the door like a cop during a drug bust. Irrationally, I just let out a weak little scream as he saw me, and I could fully appreciate how that didn't make the situation any less weird for him. He started yelling what I'd done to his little daughter, weird, right? And telling his wife to call an ambulance. Oh, God. His daughter is still unconscious in the less than ideal position on the floor with the tragically revealing condom sticking out of her butt. The whole scene is just completely absurd at this point. I think he'd be less angry with me if I just straight up killed her. Maybe. He's screaming at me what happened, and I just whimper something like, I think it slipped in by accident and she just passed out. Even though this seemed like a fairly obvious explanation in the situation, it only managed to anger him further. Now,
no, really?
Now enters her mom the room. Grammar, sir. And she looks at me in both pity and disgust, still covering the close to non-existent boner with my shaking hands, as she throws me a towel to cover myself before she covers her eyes with her hands. Her dad is yelling still while listening for signs of life from his beloved little daughter. At this point, I'm not even able to comprehend how fucked up it is to talk like that about your naked and unconscious 19-year-old daughter with a condom sticking out of her butt.
His words, not his.
Jeez. My girlfriend, I guess she was still technically my girlfriend at this point. Oh, that's telling. Started slowly coming to her senses again, and the first thing she sees is her father kneeling by her side is... Oh, God, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. The first thing she sees is her father kneeling by her side as she slowly realized she was naked, and then looked up at me in my naked body. I just saw terror in her eyes before she started crying, still spread eagle, with a condom sticking out of her butt. God. I swear to God, when she started crying, the commotion caused the condom to pop back out and slide humiliatingly slow down onto the floor like a polio-stricken Smurf.
He's lacking in the finer details, but he's very descriptive.
I just couldn't contain the absurdity of the escalation, and my eyes just locked in on the Smurfy-looking condom until I was pulled back to reality by the yelling dad. Like, is this really happening? At this point, he's completely overcome by uncontrollable rage and disgust and just starts yelling and screaming at me again and says I should get out of his house, in some terms my memory wisely has since chosen to suppress. I recall the theme being mostly about the end of my life and unforgivable defamation of his offspring. I remember it...
He was very verbose for how mad he was.
Very. I remember it like he's even yelling nonsense sounds out of total distress while looking for any words meaningful to this utterly horrible situation. Her mom is still keeping her face in her hands and crying uncontrollably. Oh my god. I try to gather my clothes and tumble out of the room and down the stairs while trying to get dressed. I hear her dad sobbing. Oh my god, her parents are embarrassing. I hear her dad sobbing away and his daughter chiming in with unison sobbing as I gather my things on my way out of the house. I start to hear sirens while I am getting dressed, and on my way out, I see an ambulance coming down the street. I sighed in relief there wasn't a police car as well. I, of course, never talked to her or her parents ever again. I haven't done butt stuff ever since. TLDR, accidentally rammed my boner up girlfriend's butt and KO'd her at her parents' house, resulting in chaos. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. This, among many other reasons, is why you don't fuck with the parents in the house.
Yeah, no, make sure they're away. Don't chance it. Just make sure they're not there. Make sure they're out of the way. They'll make it weird. They'll make it awkward. They'll make it traumatizing. Just
their presence will only make it worse no matter what happens.
Oh my god, that was a hell of a story. Oh my god. The Jesus, how do you respond to that? God damn.
Well, someone said holy fuck, and then someone's like holy fuck. And that's about the best response there could be to this.
That's what TLDR, holy fuck. TLDR. That was
all right.
Wow.
That was something.
Something is right.
All right.
Yeah, it's a good thing no one else is in the house right now.
Yeah, we picked a good day for this.
Yeah, good thing the kids aren't here.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Let me just gloss over this one to see if it's good enough.
Mommy, what does polio stricken mean?
Alright.
Mom, what's a condom?
And we'll come back to that one. I want to read... We have a new subreddit in the mix.
Ah, do we?
In the podcast playlist. This is our Pro Revenge.
Oh, boy.
Have a story of you or someone you know getting back at someone with pro revenge after being wronged? Post it here.
Pro revenge.
Yeah, professional revenge, Kevin. None of that amateur hour revenge over here. Okay. This post from Pro Revenge is, cheating student thought he had me fooled, fell right into my trap.
Oh God. Please don't do the accent the entire time.
Okay. So, I am a cancer researcher and guest professor at my university school of medicine, teaching my specialty, imaging. Aside from the usual acquisitions of medical images using MRI, CT scans, etc., imaging has a lot to do with image processing. Some days I'm just a glorified programmer or IT guy. And as anyone who's ever programmed anything will tell you, coding is a very personal activity. With enough experience, you can tell who wrote what just by looking at the lines.
Yep.
Very true. I am also in my late 20s, and I am not native to this country. It is my first year as guest professor. So some students look at me as this inexperienced, gullible foreign guy.
Oh dear.
As part of my module's grading, the students have to submit 2 reports that weigh 10% each of their final grade. These reports are about image processing and may involve coding a fair bit. It does involve coding a fair bit.
Okay.
As usual, there are students that make an effort, some who do minimal work, and some who cheat or copy. As I was grading the reports, I noticed a small group of students who found reports from previous years online and literally copy-pasted these reports, only changing the name.
Oh my god. No.
It was a facepalm moment, because those reports were not even good. They had a lot of errors. You see, in order to establish a baseline for my grading, I browsed previous year's reports so I knew what to expect from the students of this module. Naturally, I graded them all with 0 and kept working my way through grading the reports I'd left. Meanwhile, the students casually, air quotes, asked me in the halls, how are the reports? Of course, I can't comment on that until I release the grades. One time, this dude, who had copied another report, 98% match on a plagiarism checker, asked me, when will I release the grades? And comes with this whole story that he worked really hard on his reports, that his exam hasn't gone so well, and he's hoping that the grade on his reports are enough to get a pass. I mean, look, submitting another person's work as your own is wrong enough, but it was an online submission and impersonal, but right now, he was just lying through his teeth to my face! I could feel my blood boiling, but I didn't lose composure. I decided to come up with a plan.
Oh boy.
I knew that my exam was the last exam of the semester, and that after that, students usually go home or on family vacations while they wait for their grades to be posted online. So I graded the exams and input their grades into my Excel sheet with their report grades. 4 students had 0 due to cheating on the reports, but if I graded the reports with 50% of the max grade, they would barely fail the module. But they would fail nonetheless, so it was on. Also, side note, in order to be fair, I bumped everyone else's grades. A bunch of people with miserable reports ended up barely passing just because of the grade bump. But even though the reports were bad, it was their own work and not copied from anywhere, so there's that. You see, students are entitled to make an appointment to review their grades after publishing and before the grades are locked for the year. Basically, they sit down with me, we go through their exam and reports, and their goal is to convince me to give them extra points in the hopes they pass the module. I knew the cheaters would come after all. I knew the cheaters would come. After all, they think they fooled me once already, and they still have half the report's points to bargain for, so I waited for their emails. Lo and behold, they write me the same day their grades go online saying how hard they worked on their reports and that they don't understand how they only got 50% and that they wanted an appointment. 50% on the overall grade, not the report.
Yeah.
And they wanted an appointment. I was ecstatic. Sure. Let's review your grades.
Oh, I love how giddy he sounds.
Do you remember that my exam was the last one? Well, they were already on vacation, some very far away, and begged me for online appointments. No can do. University policy.
Oh, no.
Moreover, you have 3 days to show up for your appointment, otherwise grades are locked. That's also university policy. So, here they come, cutting their vacation short and catching planes, some spending hours on buses and trains to make it on time. I know what many of you are thinking. They come, I show them their plagiarism checker results, and reveal that I know that it's not their work and send them on their way. Well, I considered that, but I had something better in mind.
Oh, man.
These appointments usually take about 10 minutes. I show them their work with my notes on what's wrong or right. They try to find some inconsistencies with my grading and bargain for more points. But I'm not giving you the opportunity. And he literally throws in a mwahaha. So one by one, they sit with me individually, and I go through their exam and reports. Remember that they copy the reports, and copied bad ones with lots of errors. I ask questions. Lots of them. Why did you do this? What was your reasoning for this? They don't know. It's not their work. They mumble random stuff because they don't know what to answer. Point by point, mistake by mistake, I explain why it was wrong, how it should be done, lecturing the same material they'd already been lectured on during class. And I made it long. I made it boring. I made it painful. I spent hours with each one of them throughout those 3 days. They always came. They always came to me with the same, I worked so hard on this, and a little smirk on their face because they thought that it should be really easy to fool me, the gullible foreigner again. As the hours go by and I am walking through the airs one by one, I could see their expressions change. Little by little, their hopes of passing slowly being crushed. And when they realized that I knew they cheated and I wasn't going to give up any extra points, at this point they tried to cut short their appointment and leave. I wouldn't let them. We need to finish the review of your grades. It's university policy. And I just kept going, extending their misery for one more hour or two. It was perfectly legal torture, plain and simple, and it was glorious! At the end, every single one of them left with a crushed soul look in their eyes and a fail in my class. They knew that I taught them, that I baited them, and they fell for it. They ruined their own vacations, their families' vacations, spent money to travel back and forth, wasted precious summertime, got bored to death, and have nothing to show for it. And next year they'll have to repeat the module with me! I hope you enjoy your summer. See you next year.
Supervillain origin story.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this guy is so extra. God damn. God, I just... He earned the right to do this, admittedly.
Yeah.
But god damn, man. You just straight up fucking killed these kids. God damn it. The way that he just described, like, the soul-crushing defeat on their faces, like, oh my god, man.
Oh, it was delectable revenge. One might even say professional revenge.
Man, if this is an indicator of what the pro-revenge subreddit is gonna be like, I'm all for it. This sounds great.
Let's see here.
All right,
Let's get you one of these things.
Yes, please. I wanna read one of these because these are fun. Well, the
No,
one
I meant just a post, but you know.
Well, I want a pro-revenge story. You've only found one, haven't you?
No, there's another one, but I really want to read that one.
Okay, you get to read that one, but you get one next time, okay? From me, okay?
Okay, if I find another good one, I'll let you read it.
All right. It's
All
a
right,
deal now.
All right. I'll give you another Ita. Here you go.
Oh, Itas are always... I love Itas.
No.
Okay.
It's Kevin's turn to read.
All right, here we go. Am I the asshole for throwing out my girlfriend's jars? I mean, probably, and the subreddit also says he's the asshole, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Like, it has a big red asshole tag at the top, so...
Yeah, after enough time, like, the most upvoted response gets labeled there.
Yeah, this is a year old. This guy even calls himself Throwaway Jars 1 2 3 4 5 6 8. Where's the 7?
He's not just a throwaway account. He's a throwaway jars. I get it. He's clever. He's a clever motherfucker.
Throwaway because I know she likes to read relationship boards sometimes. Yeah, okay, fair. I, 42M, moved in with my lovely girlfriend, 28F, a few months ago.
Ooh, I'm appreciating the game here.
There's a bit of a gap here.
Good on him. I mean, he probably fucked it up, but good on him.
Oh yeah,
for starting. Yeah. Way to waste your opportunity, guy. Jeez.
Damn. Anyway,
it's only gonna get harder to get women half your age. I'm just letting you know that.
Come on, man. You had so much game and you wasted it. Anyway, moving on. Let's see.
Let's go.
Anyway, I moved in with my lovely girlfriend a few months ago before this craziness started, and we'd been dating for a year before that. She's an excellent cook and really funny, so life with her has been great, but since this incident, she's been snappy at me and lost some of her perkiness and good humor. Gee, I wonder why. She's always liked to mix fancy drinks in big mason jars to drink around the house. Now, mind you, I've actually been a bartender before. Her drinks are not fancy. They're not even drinks. She usually...
Wait, what?
She usually just squeezes a lemon and puts some ice on her water, or she makes green tea and cools it in the fridge with mint or WTV. What the hell is
it's not fancy.
What the hell is WTV?
WD. I probably have a relative of WD-40.
I hope not. And the jars usually come from some grocery or the other.
I'm going to assume WTV is white vinegar.
Okay. She saves jars from bulk peanut butter, bean jars, whatever has a big glass jar, she's going to end up saving it to drink from it. Before moving in, I'd asked about the jars because I thought it really strange. I mean, she owns normal glasses. Her justification was that the jars are bigger, and therefore she doesn't forget to drink water throughout the day. Yeah, fair enough. At the time, I kind of assumed this was some weight loss thing she didn't want to actually tell me because she was embarrassed, as she's a little bit chubby, so I let it go. Okay, a chubby chaser, right. Respect. But now I've moved in. The jars were annoying me more and more. She doesn't keep every one of them, but she has like 10 of them in her own shelf, and it seems like such a stupid waste of space in our small kitchen. Besides, we have glasses. She doesn't have to drink from a jar. Yeah, I'm putting on a little bit of a show now. So this earlier this week, again, grammar with these people, I swear. I was tidying up the kitchen while she slept in, and I just threw them out. I think the kitchen looks much better. We have more storage for pots, and she can still prepare her fancy drinks in normal glasses. She was pissed. I've never seen her so mad. Her main point were that the jars never bothered anyone, and that it's none of my business, but now I live here too, so I think it is. Yeah, you're the asshole. Fuck you. God. That line alone says everything. Like, that is telling of how dismissive he is. God.
Yep.
Holy shit. During the fight, and this is where I may be the AH, I mentioned that it's stupid to want special recipients to drink flavored water. You mean receptacles?
Yeah, you're the recipient. The container is a receptacle.
It's not like it's a cocktail, and she's only doing it to lose weight anyway. She went really quiet at that, and walked away from me. I gave her time to get over it, but it's been a few days, and she's still moping around. And I noticed she doesn't seem excited about her fancy drinks. That's making me feel kind of bad. But I still think I was in the right to throw out her jars, as they were just garbage. Reddit, should I just bite the bullet and apologize? Yes! What the fuck is wrong with you? God!
So...
This guy's a piece of work. Oh my god.
I can't believe he has a girlfriend that's trying to lose weight and he's gonna fuck it up like this.
God fucking damn it, man.
First of all,
you had a good...
yeah, this guy, he's uncultured is what he is. You know? Like, drinking out of mason jars, different experience.
Look, it's literally just a way for her to drink water, remember to drink water, with just a little bit of flavoring in it. So, it's not just water. It's like, it has a flavor. Okay? See, where I come from, like, drinking out of mason jars is a normal fucking thing. Yeah.
My grandma had a ton of mason jars. She'd make tea in them. It was a whole fucking, like I feel like there's a cultural divide here.
Yeah, my sibling Ash has, like, a shitload of mason jars, and they do tons of shit with them, including making drinks, like tea and shit.
Mason jars are super useful.
They are.
For beverages and just for holding shit. I once worked as a gardener for an old man. And his garage was just full of fucking mason jars that he kept all his tools and shit in, and it was great.
That's cool.
Mason jars are great. They have an iconic design.
Yeah, mason jars look cool too. I don't get what this guy's issue is, that like they're ugly or something. Like, what the fuck? Anyway.
Yeah, mason jars are fucking great, and this guy, I can't get over this. I can't get over the fact that he has a girlfriend who's 14 years younger than him and actively trying to lose weight. People would kill to be in your position, and you're fucking it up because you don't like mason jars.
Yeah. So, top comment from Ductoid. It's
another one. You're the asshole for 4 reasons.
For 4 reasons. You're the asshole. 1. I get that you're a guy, but you aren't her boss. You aren't her parent. You are the reason Reddit looks at men in their 40s dating women in their 20s and thinks, yep, that's because nobody your own age would put up with that bullshit. 2. She had 10 extra glasses. She wasn't cheating on you, or having addiction problems, or running up credit card debts she can't pay off. She was drinking out of a jar. If that's what sets you off, you have impossible standards and anger management issues beyond the scope of what people here can help you with. You might consider a therapist. Also, see number 1 above. Number 3. There was zero reason to bring up her weight during an argument about you throwing out her possessions without her permission, except to chip away at her self-esteem, which is a classic abuser sign. See number 1 above. You're the number 4. You're the asshole also for posting this, knowing she reads stuff, relationship stuff here, and referring again to her being chubby. Her weight has nothing to do with you throwing out her shit, or whether she should need permission for some idiot almost old enough to be her father before deciding what glass she's allowed to drink out of as an adult in her own home. Hurting her self-esteem? Check. Publicly humiliating her? Check. Being obsessively controlling? Check. See number 1 above.
Yeah, yeah, he's an asshole for posting it. Because, like, throwaway account or not, like, if she sees this post, she's gonna know it's about her.
She's gonna know. She knows, like, if she
it's
reads
an incredibly
this subreddit,
specific situation.
Yeah.
It's an incredibly specific fucking situation. Is she supposed to see this and be like, oh, I guess some other woman had her boyfriend throw 10 mason jars?
It's too specific. What was this guy thinking was gonna happen? If anything, this is just gonna make it fucking worse.
This guy's stupid. More than being an asshole, this guy's just stupid.
Massive fucking idiot. Oh my god, you ruined a perfectly good relationship with someone that is just like, oh my god, man, fuck this dude. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Be still my heart. Guy. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Lesson of the day. Just in case, any grown adults out here need to hear this, just, don't throw out people's things without asking them.
Also, mason jars are cool. Fuck you.
Yeah, also mason jars are based in fucking mason jar pilled, so that's great. Wish I had
based
mason jars.
and storage pilled.
Exactly. God, I just love mason jars. I want more mason jars now.
I'm gonna go out and buy mason jars tomorrow.
Yeah, just to spite this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm going to keep mason jars specifically to spite this motherfucker who does not know me.
Every time you drink out of a mason jar, you're gonna think, man, fuck that guy.
It's like, man, he doesn't know what he's missing.
And then every time you sip out of a mason jar, he's gonna sneeze wildly. Bringing it back.
All right, that was an interesting one. I found that one very entertaining to read.
I sure can pick them.
For how spirited I got during that. Woo!
I'm desperately worried that at one point I'm gonna pick one that's boring or something.
No. I think your taste speaks for itself here.
So I'm gonna read the other pro-revenge story.
Woo!
That time I accidentally worked for the Russian mafia and proxy blew up a dumpster with bread dough.
What?
I repeat, that time I accidentally worked for the Russian mafia and proxy blew up a dumpster with bread dough. Okay. See, this is why I wanted to read this one.
Yeah, no, I see why you wanted to. Okay. You take point. I will allow you to take points.
I'm a professional baker, and I've worked for various companies developing recipes and the like. I found a job at a local grocery store working super early mornings on their pastries for the day. There were usually a few other people there, one of whom was a mixer. Mixers typically follow a spec sheet with the weights of all the ingredients they need to batch mix. It's kind of mindless work and doesn't require much thought. He was a young guy, fresh out of his teens. We became fast co-worker friends. We enjoyed chatting up about baking, and I'd help him put our supply orders away. Good times. One day, a woman with a thick Russian accent came in and handed us business cards. She told us whatever we're getting paid, her company would double it if we came to work for them. I scheduled an interview thinking this would be a great opportunity for me. It was a new grocery store concept, like a glitzy, glammy, European-style Costco, whatever the fuck that means. I went in for the interview. The place was literally still under construction. I met their lead baker, and we hit it off right away. He warned me that Big Boss had interesting tastes, and that we need to work with that. No biggie. More money. Let's go. More money, no problems. They hired us both, and over the next several months, it was a really interesting and fun experience. The big boss, a thick, burly Russian man, to the point, and usually perpetually angry, wanted this place to be like Costco, mass production of quality pastries. They were bringing in crazy amounts of new equipment, including folders, shapers, injectors that were easily worth millions. We didn't have much equipment to start. We were doing a lot of mixing in trash cans. Remember my mixer buddy? Well, he was working on the bread dough using spec sheets provided by our lead baker. Over time, they were bringing in more stuff, and it was a lot of fun developing new recipes, experimenting with ratios, figuring out how to get over constraints for what types of products boss wanted. Did I mention he was an asshole? Oh yeah. When he was reviewing some cheesecake I had made, he said, "Good job, sweetie." I came back with, "Ma'am," sorry, hold on, no. When he was reviewing some cheesecake I made, he said, "Good job, sweetie." I came back with, "Miss Ma'am," or "My name is fine." This is a woman, by the way. He scowled at me, and from that point on, he treated me like garbage. We brought other women on staff. I watched him hit on them. Some of the others were cool with being sexually harassed, I guess. This place was paying top dollar. You know, I get it. Hey, don't slut shame them. No, you're the asshole.
This isn't an Ita story, though.
Okay. They're gonna get revenge at some point, so, I mean, they're gonna be the asshole at some point.
Our
job is just to figure out
or based?
Yeah, that's the question with Pro Revenge. This place was paying top dollar, and I had to get in good with the boss, right? The stage was set. Boss quickly turned his business into a game of Survivor. He'd fire people on the spot for whatever reason. One day, one of the people he sacked was our lead baker. Came as a surprise since he was developing all the recipes we'd be using. I inherited a lot of his notes, and his development work was divided between me and the Mixer, so this whole time Mixer was kissing Big Boss's ass pretty hard. He was seeing an open position with the lead baker gone, and quickly became invested in the idea of him running the bakery show and making some serious money. At the same time, my relationship with Big Boss was quickly declining. For example, I had him sample some cinnamon rolls that I made, and he came back with, "I hate these. They're terrible." "What do you not like about them? We can change anything about them. The dough, the filling, the icing." "I don't know. I just don't like them." On a hunch, I gave some cinnamon rolls from the same batch to another lady there he had eyes for and asked her if she'd present them to him as her own. She offered the same product I had given him minutes before, and he loved it.
Gotta love this. Oy.
Anyway, I noticed that my notes were out of place one day, and a coworker informed me that my Mixer buddy was stealing my work and presenting it as his own. He was also approaching me and asking a lot of baking questions, which was fine, but I knew that his knowledge of industrial ratio baking was mediocre at best. There's some serious drama going on in the baking world.
Have you seen food competition shows? Yeah. It's serious business.
He was a mixer. Following a recipe was all he knew how to do. Knowing this, I made a decoy copy of my notes, but this time I put really, really awful recipes with huge amounts of salt or yeast. Anyone who knew how to build a recipe could look at it and go, "Whoa, that's a lot." Not Mixer Buddy. My original plan was to leave this in an obvious spot as bait and let him steal the awful recipes, but Big Boss had other plans. We sat down for a pre-launch meeting, and he informed me that I wasn't going to be working in the bakery anymore, being relegated to the store setup. Mixer was going to be taking over as lead baker. I guess all that ass kissing really paid off, and I was going to give him all my notes. I was going to give him all my notes so far. "No problem, boss."
Oh no! Oh, the boss just accelerated his own downfall.
A day later was when the fun really began. Mixer mixed up a huge batch of super ass salty cake batter, and I heard Big Boss screaming at him about way too much salt. That's not even where the fun begins. As we were setting up the industrial quantity baking equipment, we had to test the larger quantity mixing machines, and did a test run for some bread dough, with my decoy recipe that had triple the yeast and sugar.
Oh no.
As it didn't come out right, Mixer had to throw it away. His choice, the dumpster out back in the dead heat of summer.
Oh no!
Hundreds of pounds of dough. The fun thing about massive amounts of bread dough is that it doesn't magically stop rising if you throw it away, especially in a boiling hot dumpster. A few hours later, I spied out back to see Mixer Buddy shoveling this massive blob of dough into the trash bags that had exploded from the dumpster like an uncovered blender spewing out a yeast-laden smoothie. they have included a photo of not of the incident, but of what this sort of thing looks like.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of of stuff like that. What that looks like.
I'll give you this photo to include in the show if you want.
Yeah, I'll put that. Yeah, that's what that looks like. Yep. I will absolutely put that in the episode, in the edit.
Yep. Sweet revenge. Now about the mafia thing, this store was really strange. They had been ordering doubles of all the crazy industrial baking equipment and storing them in the back. We had nowhere to put any of this. I also looked up the company they were subcontracted under, and it was a dead address in Russia. Big Boss also had armed security guards everywhere. This was a grocery store, mind you.
What the fuck?
I had a feeling this company was more of a front for laundering a bunch of money. I eventually was fired by Big Boss, which was great because I had been job hunting. Full well knowing this business was a sinking ship. I had a new job lined up already. They had their grand opening, did business for 3 months, then closed. Rip the mixer. Hope it was worth it.
Oh my god.
I love top comment. Some jobs simply aren't worth the pain and trouble they put you through, no matter how much dough you're making.
Yeah, no, this person's fucking based.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's just fit. What gets me is that they just had a plan. They just had a very simple plan here. You know, just leave it out in the open. You know, wait for Mixer Boy to grab it and just present it as his own work. But nah, the boss himself fucked everything up, or rather, fucked himself up. Rather, it just escalated the plans faster. Fired
My favorite thing.
OP.
Yeah.
Proceeded to hire the Mixer, and it's like, give him all of your notes, and it's like, yeah, you asked for it.
My favorite thing about this is that it reads like a Hitman mission.
It does. Dude, this would make such a fun mission in a video game.
Yeah, this is absolutely like a way to take out a target, or at least distract a target in a Hitman game. And that's really what I want out of a pro revenge post.
Just like the long con here is so good. Oh my god. A+ OP. Oh my god. Just the second they said the thing about the dumpster and like the second they said it had like way too much sugar and yeast, I knew exactly how it was gonna play out. Because like I have a pretty good idea of how bread dough and yeast works. And you put that shit out in the dead heat of summer, it's going to expand, and it's going to expand fast.
Yep. You want another remake of the Blob? That's how you get another remake of the Blob.
Oh god, it's like just a shittier version of the Blob made out of bread dough. Really, really bad, oversweet bread dough.
Let's give you one of these ones.
Ooh, okay. All right. Did you find one?
No, I'm in an Ita. Sorry. I'm sorry for my wording keeps getting fucked up. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna smack you, motherfucker.
I'm sorry for getting your hopes up. I'm not. Words fail me today. Here's another Ita for you.
All right, let's take a look at this one.
I'm on my last watermelon shark.
If it'll fucking load on my phone. Here we go. Am I the asshole? I got mad at my wife because she caused me to fail an important interview. Alright. The title is very vague.
Yeah.
It could go either way. It depends on who, it depends on a number of factors here. Posted by vegan_wizard.
Oh, another vegan! Now I hope he's the asshole.
I, 27M, and my wife, 24F, have been married for 3 years. She is 6 months pregnant. Oh boy. Okay. The last time we had one of these with a pregnant woman, it didn't go great. It turned into an everybody sucks situation. So,
Let's see.
Okay, I need a second.
Alright.
I have been looking for a job with better pay since my wife said that she wanted to be an SAHM after birth.
Stay-at-home mother.
Oh, stay-at-home mother. Okay. You could have said that.
No, that's online. That's a very common thing to abbreviate that.
I guess. Anyway. Today I had this interview for a position at a very good IT company, which would be paying triple my current salary. Alright.
Ooh.
Good job.
Moving up in the world.
Yeah. There were a lot of measures taken to prevent malpractice. I was not allowed to look anywhere but the screen, etc. The test was conducted on an online platform. Ah, okay. I had told her numerous times before the exam about the strict invigilation? Okay.
That's a word. That's a word.
I'm learning.
Okay, here's $5 for your $5 word.
Just 15 minutes after the test started, my wife started knocking on my study door and calling out my name, saying she wanted me to open a jar.
Again with the jars!
What's with the... Oh my god. What's the theme today with jars? God damn it.
Today, I have several other girlfriend posts as well. Today's theme is just girlfriends and jars.
Just 15 minutes... Anyway, yeah. Asked me to open a jar. I ignored her because I would be disqualified from the interview if I looked anywhere else or spoke. I figured she'd get the hint that I couldn't talk. But she didn't. She yelled at me, calling me an asshole, and went on to talk to her friends on call. It didn't stop at the calls. She played loud music for her online dance yoga class. It was extremely distracting, and I made a lot of mistakes in the exam. It was I just want
to point out, imagine you're in a very important, stressful job interview test, and all of a sudden from outside you say, "Hey Macarena, 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 hey Macarena, Macarena, Macarena."
It's the fucking dance yoga, yeah.
That's just the funniest mental image.
It is. It was a multiple choice questions based test, so I got the results immediately, and as expected, I had miserably failed at it. I was livid at my wife. This was the 5th interview that she ruined. Oh my god. Really? The 5th? Oh my The 5th!
The 5th. Even Beethoven's like, no.
Oh my god. I told her that I give up on trying to make her life easier and that I'm not ready to go look for any more jobs since she doesn't even want to maintain silence during important interviews. I told her to start working again after the birth and that I am okay paying for a nanny/babysitter. She said that I'm being unreasonable in expecting perfect silence at home. Am I the asshole? No, your wife is. Fuck the... What the fuck? What the 5th interview?
Top comment.
Holy
not
shit.
The asshole. Not the asshole. The 5th time? Why is she sabotaging you? Does she just not want you to make money?
I know. Jesus.
This isn't stupid. This is straight up sabotage.
It is. What's her problem? What's this woman's issue?
You can't expect perfect silence at home as an excuse. Is pretty stupid.
It is. Like, you can... It's like, you are not, like, fucking... The freaking, like, dance yoga music. Like, you're not fucking given a God-given right to play dance yoga music as loud as you want at any given time. Like, if the person in the room is having an important interview, this guy was going to get 3 times his regular salary. Holy shit, he has a right to be mad.
Yeah. I like the points made further below in the comments where someone's like, I can't help but think this is a power trip. Like, she feels more in control if she knows her husband can't set time away for himself or himself only for whatever reason. But some people see
I don't get that though. He's trying to make money for her too, and the kids.
No. Let me read this. Some people see boundaries as a challenge to their authority or control. If you set one, they have to prove that rules don't apply to them, even if it's in their own best interest to just be normal for once. OP might have been better off not telling her about the interview. If she thought it was a normal work thing or he was just hanging out in her room alone, she wouldn't have felt the need to put him in his place.
Oh my god.
And someone's like, well, I mean, that works for interviews, but if OP gets a work from home position, that's not going to work out because of his wife. Yeah, there's deeper problems going on here, buddy.
Yeah. Man, I
think your wife may be gaslight, gatekeeping, and or girl bossing you.
This, like, it was bad enough, but then he said this is the 5th interview she's made me bomb, and I'm like, yeah, no, you're fine, man. Oh my god.
The bomb dropped.
Your significant other sucks.
That's all you had to say, really.
Oh my god. Ah!
Ooh,
what
boy.
the hell?
Yeah, so not the asshole, officially.
Yeah, clearly. Official BGS, diagnosis here, not the asshole.
Okay. You ready for a Halloween-specific one?
Yeah, baby! Let's go!
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
That's not the right song.
It's my most wonderful time of the year.
It is. So,
all right.
as you are.
Am I the asshole for not letting 16-year-old daughter trick or treat?
Probably, but we'll see how this goes.
My daughter turned 16 years old this August. Over a week ago, we were driving home from the grocery store and passed a Party City costume store, if you don't have them where you are. She asked me if we could stop so she could pick something up for her Halloween costume. I playfully asked where she was going to be wearing this costume to, and she said trick-or-treating? Like it was obvious? She didn't go the previous year because of the pandemic, and we had a discussion about her age 2 years ago that ultimately ended with her going anyway, but I figured it'd be the last time. It honestly shocked me that she was 16 years old, pretty mature for her age at that, a gifted student, etc., and still immature enough to think she was going to walk around in a costume with a bunch of small children. I told her no.
You're the asshole.
She was mad, but I figured it would pass. It'd been over a week, and she's still angry with me. She says lots of people her age still go, that she was even invited to go with a group of same-age friends. But I showed her the statistics that most people think you shouldn't be trick-or-treating past 12 or so unless you have a mental disability.
Oh my god!
She says it's her favorite holiday, and I've ruined it for her. Am I in the wrong here? I never trick-or-treated myself?
What kind of a sad motherfucker are you?
And all my friends who did said they stopped at around 14 at the most.
Your friends are sad too.
You're the asshole. Your minor daughter, because yep, she's still one of those.
Yep.
Pretty much lost a year of her social and emotional growth to COVID. She's going with a group of friends. Let your daughter be a kid for a little while longer and remove this broomstick you got lodged up your ass.
Yeah. God.
OP should consider themselves lucky.
I showed her the statistics.
The statistics. OP should consider themselves lucky if their biggest contention with their 16-year-old daughter right now is just them wanting to go trick-or-treating. There could be way worse things OP could be dealing with. She sounds like a good kid.
Yeah, like, she just wants to hang out with her friends, man. She just wants to have fun. She wants to do something she wasn't able to do last year that she friggin' couldn't do because the world sucks. The world sucks, man. Let her have fun.
Big fat, you're the asshole. Don't see what the issue is if they're going unless you have some ridiculous obsession with how it'll reflect on you as a parent. I went trick-or-treating at 15, 16. The alternative would have been out-of-control, unsupervised drunken parties. You trying to push her towards that? Because that's what most teens do when they stop trick-or-treating.
No, you don't see, you don't understand, Zeke.
Look up the statistics on that.
He had the statistics. He showed her the statistics.
That's true. The statistics don't lie.
Except when they fucking do.
The math says you can't do this. It's not my fault, it's math.
Could the math be wrong?
The statistics. All hail the statistics, God
damn it.
Just out of curiosity, when did you stop trick-or-treating?
18, 19, actually?
I stopped at 14.
Really?
Yeah, and I actually wasn't even going to go that year, but I just decided at the last minute and fuck it, and I put together the lamest I was the Hulk because we just had like the inflatable fucking Hulk gloves, so I just put some like orange paint on and I was the Hulk.
Yeah.
Okay,
really so
it was like kind of pathetic.
All right, correction. 18, 19 is when I stopped going like with my siblings, but like a few years later after Ash had kids. There were a couple of years where I went with them. Just like showing the kids around and whatever. And that's fun.
Sorry, you're cutting out for me.
Oh, fine on my end. Go ahead.
Kevin, can we, the both of us, on this podcast, our podcast, can we get up on a soapbox for a second?
On the soapbox already. Let's go.
Okay, so here's my pitch, Kevin. I think this notion that people outgrow trick-or-treating is stupid.
It is very stupid.
I think proclamation time, I think trick-or-treating should be for everyone.
I agree.
I think it should just be a communal thing that everybody does. Yeah, some people might prefer parties or whatever, and that's fine. I think Halloween can have a variety of different ways to get together and spook people, you know?
You could make it like a town event and make it like this big thing for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, with all the fear-mongering about trick-or-treating, I honestly think having more adults around would actually make it safer.
It would. It would actually. Having more adults around would give the kids more security and like it's just a better idea overall.
Yeah, more eyes on the situation. I think trick-or-treating would be safer. We could probably, actually do it at night again instead of this bullshit they're doing now where it's like at 3 in the afternoon and it's fucking lame as hell.
Yeah, it's not fun if it's not dark.
Come on. I think that's a great solution to the let's do it later again problem is get some adults in on the action. I think it shouldn't be weird especially since there are costumes you can't pull off when you're a kid that you can when you're older.
Hell yeah.
I think generationally this will be a thing, assuming the planet doesn't catch on fire and we all die by like 2040 or whatever.
Yeah.
When our generation comes into power, I feel like this is going to be a cultural thing, especially with like how huge cosplay is and stuff.
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing because like cosplay is such a huge thing at like, these big nerd gatherings or whatever. Like you can just easily make it into a thing for like regular ass people to do for like trick-or-treating or whatever. It's a holiday thing. It's only once a year. So obviously you can spend all the time you want friggin' planning your Halloween outfit and going out and doing it. Like, it's a good idea.
Yeah. If I ever get into politics, this is my platform. Better Halloweens. Kevin, I'm going to say it, and it might be cringe, but I'm going to say it, Kevin.
Say it.
You know what we should do?
What?
We should make Halloween great again. Right now, it's not great.
MHGA, it's not MAGA, it's MUGA. No, it's
as in mwahaha.
Oh my god. You're right though. You're right. I've been thinking this for years actually. It's like, why should we ever stop having to do this shit? It's fun. Like, having fun should not stop just because you're an adult or you're some certain age. Like, it should, like, friggin', I buy friggin' Transformers toys and whatever the fuck all the time. And I'm a functioning adult, I think. I might not be the best example to set, but anyway.
The point is, Halloween could be even better.
It could.
And we are kneecapping ourselves as a society for no fucking reason.
We are making Halloween worse by our own ignorance and our own inaction.
That is our political platform. Exclusively better Halloweens.
Yes.
Build a better Halloween.
I feel like we could get some support for this.
We are based and spooky pilled.
We are.
Let's put that on a t-shirt. Anyway, this person's the asshole, but they edited their post later.
Oh. Man, I forgot we were talking about Nida there for a second.
Yeah, this had an origin point.
I got so caught up in it.
I think... So this says edit 2, but there's no edit 1, so I'm assuming they did an edit 1, and then they're like, actually, never mind, edit 2. I'm assuming edit 2 replaced edit 1. But anyway, here's what it says. Hey, I've come to the conclusion that she will be trick-or-treating this year.
Good.
I appreciate all of you for giving me a new perspective on this. She explained that she already knew she was pretty old to go trick-or-treating, already had it in her head this would be her last time going. She even said she wants to go with something with a mask, a plague doctor specifically, so people can't recognize how old she is.
Oh, that's cool, though!
And that she was extra hurt when I said no because she knew it was her last shot. I don't want to make her grow up too fast just to save her from a few neighbors denying her candy. Thank you. Have a happy Halloween no matter your age. I don't think he's quite on our level yet. He's not as progressive as we are in Halloween terms, but he's making progress.
He's getting there. He can be saved.
Yep. Thank you, user funny_mountain6440. You may yet survive the rapture.
Let her go next year. Say she can. Let her do it.
You go next year. Fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah, make it a family thing.
Yeah, bring the whole family. Why does the fun have to stop? We're still alive, damn it.
Yes. And as long as we are alive, we are allowed to have fun. I'm glad we can come to an agreement here.
Yeah, friendship restored, honestly.
Yeah.
We didn't mean to get so political about this, but
but I feel like we had to. It's important.
Yeah. Okay, are you ready for another one about vegans?
Oh boy. Well, that last one didn't really involve the vegan element of the character of the person's character, but you know,
it was incidental. But okay. Anyway, yeah, here's one about vegans. Kevin's gonna read this one.
All right, let's take a look at this one. And the post is, as soon as it loads, give it a second.
Let it simmer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe if I do a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
Aha, here we go.
Add some white wine.
Am I the asshole for not cooking a vegan dinner for my partner every day?
No, but read it anyway.
I love that's your friggin' immediate response. I am a stay-at-home mom to our 2-year-old daughter, and I also take care of his 6-year... Wait, hold on.
I'm assuming they married each other and they had children.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I am a stay-at-home mom to our 2-year-old daughter, and I also take care of his 6-year-old son every other week when he's with us. Oh, so it's like they're both parents, but like they're probably separated?
No, I'm imagining the husband already had children from a previous marriage, and he remarried her, and then they had a daughter, so yeah.
My partner goes to work and comes back home around 8 p.m. He recently started going back to work after working from home for the last 2 years thanks to COVID, and also recently went vegan. So yeah, this is new, 2 days ago. The rest of my family is not vegan. I cook 2 times a day for me and the children, usually not vegan. He's angry at me because I stay at home all day and he says it should be common courtesy that warm food is waiting for the husband when he comes home, especially when I am a stay-at-home mom. I do not make dinner, but usually not vegan since I don't know what to make and I also need the children to eat it. Happy face. So when I do make dinner for him, it's simple stuff like fries or a sandwich. He's mad and says that when I'm already in the kitchen, I should cook 2 proper meals, one for me and the kids and 1 vegan food for him. I'm already so busy with childcare and housework, I do 100% of it. Am I the asshole? Should I do it for him? I think he's being unreasonable.
Typical fucking vegan thinking the entire world revolves around them.
Yeah, like, oh my god. Dude, she's already doing so much for you. Like, she's taking care of the kids. She's doing all of the housework. She's fucking... Why did he go vegan in the first place? That's what I want to know. What got into him? Why?
He got the asshole gene, and that turns people vegan.
Oh my god.
Top comment, sounds like he needs to start meal prepping on his weekends.
It does. It sounds to me like he needs to learn how to... If he wants vegan food that bad, he should learn to cook it his fucking self. And he should take the time to prep the meals, during the weekend, which only takes maybe 2-3 hours out of your day. Probably not even that. And
this is not the 1950s. He needs to get over himself.
He does. God, the part that really got me, and you could probably hear the incredulousness in my voice. It's let's see, where was it? It should be common courtesy that warm food is waiting for the husband when he comes home. Oh my god, man.
Somebody
do you have outdated gender standards? What the fuck?
in the comments, I honestly don't understand the logic. Just because a mom is home all day doesn't mean she has infinite time. A house is a lot to take care of, and when you add kids under 10, that's a full-time job.
It is.
I'm kind of tired of people who have never been a stay-at-home parent ragging on stay-at-home parents for being lazy and not working. Never been one, still makes me mad. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Like, kids are a lot to deal with. 2 of them here. Like, a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old. Like, that's a lot of work.
Yep. Just another classic. It wouldn't be an episode if we didn't point out an asshole vegan. So
2-year-olds shit themselves on the regular, and 6-year-olds are fully mobile and bipedal. They go around wrecking shit all the time. Like,
sometimes they piss in the litter box.
Not getting into that. Moving on.
I just thought I'd make a reference. Anyway, once again, the weekly reminder: fuck vegans.
I know a couple of good friends who are vegans.
Actually, don't fuck vegans. I don't want them to breed.
Zeke back again at it with the soft eugenics.
That's actually a very serious thing. Don't put my jokes in with my serious political stances.
I know.
Let's see.
If you want to learn more, go to okay.
No, I haven't made that video yet. One day, after
day.
I'm famous, then I can tank my own fucking success. I mean, it can't be a YouTuber otherwise.
It's the cycle of the YouTuber.
Exactly.
You build up an audience, you get success, and then you torpedo it with your own political opinions.
Yep, and then you make the world's most awkward cringe apology video.
Well, JonTron's not quite to that level yet, but he might get there soon.
Not yet.
Not yet, no.
We'll see. He needs to stop doing his own research. That's honestly my advice.
He really does. It just embarrasses him.
Yeah.
Now, he doesn't realize it's embarrassing, but it's embarrassing.
Yeah. Like, dude, I don't think you're a bad guy, but holy shit, stop fucking doing your own research and stop trying to be a political person. You're really fucking bad at it.
Yeah, basically.
Anyway, medium fuck up. Not
right.
JonTron related. Today I fucked up by trying to save a few cents on my electric bill, which ended up costing me $4,500.
Oh no. What did you do?
This is a medium fuck up?
Why is it always the ones where it's like, oh, I accidentally torpedoed $10 million is always like a medium fuck up? Like, bruh.
What is large to you?
What's a big fuck up to you? What the hell?
Yeah, I'm getting the fucking flashbacks to the guy who spent $700 on Far Cry 5 or whatever.
Oh yeah. Medium
Anyway.
fuck up.
Actually, that guy was a small fuck up, and I'm like, how well off is that asshole?
I know.
Dude, like, that guy was Australian. Like, put your life in perspective, man. Tomorrow you could get eaten by a spider.
You could. Anyway,
I guess in that context, it kind of was a small fuck up. I mean, at least he wasn't getting eaten by a spider.
True.
Yeah, I mean, if I'd rather spend $700 on Far Cry 5 or get eaten by a spider, Far Cry 5 was kind of fun.
You can recover from spending too much money. You can't recover from being eaten by a spider.
Hold on my phone. Okay, no, nothing. All right, this happened a few months ago.
All right.
I'm just wrapping my final billing with insurance, so I now know the damage. I bought a house last year. It's an old house, per Midwest U.S. standards, represent.
Okay.
With a long, skinny, unfinished basement. A skinny basement.
Skinny basement.
Anorexic basement.
Boneless basement.
The only thing down there is the water heater, because it's kind of damp and scary down there. I don't even like going down there during I don't even like to go down there during tornadoes. Oh. Okay. The old owner of the house told me that the light has to stay on because it's connected to the sump pump. I think he was actually trying to ward off evil spirits, but sure, sump pump, whatever. I had the light on for about 6. Like, what is this Alan Wake logic? Come on. I had the light on for about 6 months, and then we had a dry spell. I shut the light off. Oh my god! Now the evil spirits are coming. $4,500 is the least of your concerns. You're about to get haunted, motherfucker. Thinking that I would save a little bit on the electric bill and I could just turn it back on if it rained. Cue about a month later, I wake up to my roommate knocking on the door. I open the door and he says, "Hey, you might want to come look at the basement. It's full of ghosts." I hated that part.
No.
And I'm like, why?
I'm sorry, but like that just reminds me of that fucking post where it's like the NASA astronauts come back and it's like, wow, you're back early. Moon's haunted.
Yep. And I'm like, why? It's 2 a.m. Why would I possibly want to look in the basement? My roommate's an alcoholic, and he's woken me up in the middle of the night for stupid shit he could have waited for, so I was already annoyed. He ever so slowly explains that he went to the bathroom, heard water rushing into the basement, so he checked it out. He then repeated that I need to come see it. I go to look. Oh no. The basement is almost completely full of water. There is like maybe 1.5 feet of air between the surface of the water and the ceiling of the basement.
Oh.
It is steadily rising and only a few steps away from flooding into my home. I rush to call somebody. Anybody! Help! I need somebody. Help! Not just anybody. Help! I need the fire department.
Are you having fun?
A little bit. The fire department wouldn't come at first because they thought it was rainwater, but I said, I'm pretty sure it was a pipe, and they came to shut off the water main. A man had to come pump the water out, which took all day.
Yeah.
After everything was cleared up, I could see what happened. The rain did come in, but the sump pump couldn't kick on. The rain got too high and made the water heater shift. The shifting made the water intake pipe break. The broken pipe then flooded the rest of my basement. My insurance claims that the pipe broke due to wear and tear, so they've barely covered anything.
What the fuck kind of domino-ass fucking...
I'm stuck with about $4,500. Sorry, I'm stuck with about $4,000 that I have to pay all because I wanted to save a few bucks over the period of a year. My water bill was about $500 for the cost of filling my basement. $2,000 bill for emptying the basement out. $2,000 for the plumber to fix the pipe and replace the water heater. I'm just a single mom with it's a woman with a mortgage. All I want to do is save money. Nope.
Girl, that's a big fuck up. How's
Shut off the...
You fucking flooded a whole ass basement because you flipped a switch. Fucking goddamn. Oh my god.
I like top comment. I would say call an electrician and have them separate the lines, but I think you have enough bills right now. They're like, yeah, for sure. My fuel pump just went out of my car too. I don't really need any new bills right now.
Well, at least OP has a sense of humor about it.
When an old man warns you that the light must stay on, keep it on.
Yeah, keep it on. Keep it on. I'm pretty sure that was ghosts.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest here. This was probably the work of the supernatural, if we're being honest.
If we're being real, yeah, you probably have a haunted basement and they just punished you for your insolence.
Yeah, this is probably like a fucking house demon, like I don't know, got any kelpies down there or something? Something's going on.
You were warned.
I warned you! You must keep the light on. It's a beacon that wards away evil. Next time you won't just be deaded with money, you'll be deaded in your soul!
You're going to go down to super hell. Go from drag me to hell to drag me to hell 2, super hell. Well, that was a fun one. I don't understand these people who are like, oh yeah, I accidentally flooded my entire basement by flipping a switch, and now I have to pay $4,500 in damages. Medium fuck up.
Yeah, medium fuck up.
Again, what's a big fuck up to these people?
You know, I don't know. Maybe if they were actually haunted.
Well, like, what's a big fuck up here? Like,
I accidentally pissed off the spirits of the damned. Medium fuck up.
Am I the asshole?
Yeah. Based. Anyway, here, you fucking read it. It's another fucking girlfriend one. You read this one.
Oh, God. You're really just saddling me with all the shitty girlfriends today, aren't you?
Yeah, it's foreshadowing.
Posted by savings-art-4469 28 days ago.
How do people come up with their usernames?
I don't know.
So ridiculous. I don't know either.
Am I the asshole for bringing my girlfriend to my ex's mom's funeral?
Huh.
Your ex's mom's funeral. Okay.
Yeah.
I date Annie, 22, female, for 4 months.
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Are you okay?
Maybe not after this, she's not.
Sorry, I had to.
It was a great relationship. Yeah, past tense. There we go. Annie's not okay.
And red flag! Red flag!
Oh, God.
That's what we call foreshadowing.
It's the little things here and there. It was a great relationship. Like, I felt she was the one. Then I started to notice things about her that reminded me of a toxic ex, and I broke it off. I'm also 29, so the age gap thing, you know... Wait, 29 and 22 isn't a... Moving on.
Kevin, these are normies, Kevin. These are normies.
Yeah, I know. I needed someone mature. Ugh.
Okay.
I started seeing Jeanette 3 months after, and we've been going 6 months strong. 6 months. Strong. Okay. Annie and I have only reached out to wish each other happy birthday. Annie also knows my sister-in-law through their job. My sister-in-law let me know her mom had died, and while I don't have romantic feelings for her anymore, I do care for Annie, so I said I'd go pay my respects with my sister-in-law and brother. I told Jeanette, who seemed funny at the... seemed funny at the idea. She was acting funny, okay.
Right, yeah.
Why are you giving me all the ones with shit grammar? What the fuck?
I don't know.
At first, she told me to reconsider, but after talking it over, she said it was a very sweet thing to do, and because we didn't want to give Annie the wrong idea, like I was still into her, I invited Jeanette with me. The whole thing was awkward. Painfully awkward and regrettable. It assured me what I already knew, Annie is still very immature. Ugh. She asked us to leave before the ceremony had begun and texted my sister-in-law, yelling she shouldn't have let us come, and I'm nothing but a tactless asshole. I told her later it was to pay respects to her mom, who I knew, and to provide her some comfort, but she wants to live in the past and not move on. That's not my problem. Am I the asshole? Okay, so you're not the asshole for wanting to, like, bring your girlfriend, but, like, you are the asshole for how you handled it afterwards. Christ almighty, man! So, yeah, we'll go down to the comments and see what they think, because...
Okay.
This is a complex one.
Yeah, complicated.
Maximum System, 7919. 7819, my bad.
Oh, yeah, don't get them mixed up. The other one has very different opinions.
Yeah, you're the asshole. Go alone to quietly pay respects or send a condolence card. No reason to bring such a date when someone so young is grieving such a huge loss. You sound like you might be immature yourself. If there was any confusion, it's not that hard to clear up. Yeah. Has this, Downtown Law 3133... Has this guy actually lost his fucking mind? Who does this? I needed someone mature. Yeah, that was a pretty big red flag there. The new girlfriend isn't that mature either, apparently, because somebody mature would have told him this was possibly the dumbest fucking idea ever.
People who obsess over maturity usually aren't very mature themselves.
Yeah. Like, just...
That's why I make fart jokes.
Just find somebody you're comfortable with and just have fun. It's not that hard.
Yeah, just stop overthinking it.
Exactly. Just... find someone you like and that you have fun with and that you maybe don't argue with too much.
It either works or it doesn't. Stop assigning all these weird abstract value judgments.
Exactly. It's not worth it. And you're just going to make things complicated down the road and cause more toxic friggin' relationship bullshit later that you could avoid by just not doing this shit. And also, yeah, it probably was kind of dumb that you brought your girlfriend anyway, but there's like a million other problems aside from that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh. Jeez. This is a weird one because, like, yeah, the whole girlfriend thing is, like, a little weird, but not necessarily an asshole move. But, like, he's being an asshole to, like... Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
He's an asshole for other reasons than what he's asking.
Right, yes.
Which is my point.
Yes. Point, understood.
I needed someone mature. You need a freaking shoe in your mouth.
Okay, I'll read this one. Am I the asshole for changing my baby's name despite promising my dead husband's family I'd name the child after him?
Oh my Yes!
Do you ever think about all the complicated shit that happens in the world that has nothing to do with your life? I'm so glad Reddit exists.
We get to experience it all through proxy.
So it begins, I lost my husband due to COVID when I was about 3 months pregnant.
Oh.
Don't let that affect your judgment against me, though. After he died, my mother-in-law thought it'd be a great idea to name the baby after him if it was a boy, which I agreed with at the time because I was just so overwhelmed with emotion. She said it would be like he's still there, in a way. Oh. When my son got here, even though I still wanted to honor him, I'm not so sure I wanted to name the baby after my husband. I feel like that's just sticking to the past and that my baby should be his own person. I gave him a different name on his birth certificate. When I made the announcement on my Facebook that the baby Lucas had arrived, I started getting confused comments from my mother-in-law. She called me a few hours later asking why I had broken the promise. I told her my reasoning and that I just wanted to move on in a healthy way, that I felt like calling my husband's name when referring to my son would hurt me and make the process harder. Now, she didn't yell at me, but she did say how disrespectful it was to my husband to not include him in my son's life in some way. She also brought up the fact that I had not even told her or his extended family that I was changing my mind. I told her personally that I felt like I didn't need to, as she was just my mother-in-law, not my husband. That's when she raised her voice, said that she'd been waiting all this time to meet her grandson, and now she doesn't even want to see him. I said that was fine and hung up. I do feel bad that I didn't honor the promise, but I feel like I don't owe her or anyone else anything. Am I the asshole?
Oh my God, what? Man, this whole thing just sucks. So, like, your mother-in-law is, like, a way bigger fucking asshole for being like, oh, just because he doesn't have the name of my son, now I don't even want to see him. Oh, perish the thought. But, like, at the same time, you did make a promise and you did, like, come to an agreement, and you didn't even bother to talk about it beforehand. You just kind of did it, and, like, that in itself is, like, kind of a breach of trust in and of itself. So, like, I don't know, everybody kind of sucks.
Do you want to hear what top comment has to say?
Oh, top comment is probably like, you're not the asshole or something, but let's go.
No. Gentle, everyone sucks here.
Oh, good, I was right. Thank you.
But a gentle one. Not for naming your son something different, but for not reaching out to gently inform her that you changed your mind. Did you need to? No, but it would have been kind.
Yeah.
You lost your husband and your baby's father. She lost her baby. I think a little kindness would have spared both of you some stress and pain.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now I'm gonna disagree.
Oh, really?
Yes, because it might just speak to our differences in perspective. I'm not a family person.
All right.
I'm really not. I don't value things like that. I don't think it's any of the mother-in-law's fucking business what she names her baby. It is her child, and I think her reasoning for why she didn't want to name him after her husband is perfectly sound and rational. I think it is healthier this way, that she move on this way and let the baby be its own person and not have to live up to a father they never knew.
Oh, of course.
I think that's perfectly understandable, and I frankly I don't feel like she had to consult with anyone about this. I think she is the parent. She is fully in right to name her child whatever she wants.
Yeah, but, like, the problem here is that everybody was hurting for, like, the same reason, and there really should have been some level of communication to smooth things over preemptively so that this didn't become a massive blow-up later. Like,
I think... Here's my thing. I think that would have been smart. Yeah. I agree with that, but I don't think it was necessary. I don't think it's a moral failing that she didn't do that. I think it's just more of a situational... Well, you caused a problem by not doing that, but at the same time, I don't think she owed anyone anything.
Yeah, I understand your perspective, and to be fair, in your defense on this one, the mother-in-law is probably being a bit of a bigger asshole by just being like, oh, I don't even want to see the boy now. Like, that's an overreaction.
That's probably flavoring it a little bit as well, because I'm just like, is that a grandma you want in the kid's life? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, I've dealt with my fair share of bad family members.
And like, if that's the representation of the family, like, I don't know if I'd want the family involved in this kid's life to begin with if this is how they're gonna act. So.
Yeah, but I feel like, and again, this is just coming from like my own perspective, being someone who does actually value his family very much, and has had his issues with family not seeing eye to eye and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been better overall if, like, there was more communication going on here. Because, like, I understand where the mother is coming from. I even agree with the mother.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if you just go by how they reacted, sure, the mother-in-law is the asshole.
Yeah.
But at the same time, OP did not do everything that they could have done to prevent any kind of negative reactions. They didn't really... Like, they made that promise, and it was on them to inform the relevant parties.
See,
that's off.
That's where we differ, though. Is I don't think that was her responsibility to do. I don't think it's any other business.
But
that's fine. I respect your viewpoint here.
Yeah, but like, you say that, but OP kind of made it their business by like agreeing to it in the first place.
Yes, but I think I just don't see that as binding. I think at the end of the day, she is the one giving birth, and this is her right to decide. And
I agree.
Yeah. I don't.
Now that said, if she had informed the mother-in-law and the mother-in-law was still being a fucking bitch about it, then there's a real problem.
Well, that's my thing. Is that like, I'm just like, I don't think the situation would have changed much if she told them. Like, I understand more communication is a good thing, but at the same time, they were so dead set on this, and I think the mother-in-law's reaction is so telling that I'm like, I don't think any degree of communication was going to change the situation. And I think it points to a deeper problem in this family that I don't think was going to be solved just by giving them the father's name. Like, I think more problems would have arisen down the line, and obviously I don't know these people. This is just a small glimpse into their lives, but I think there's some toxic stuff going on here, and my first instinct would be to break away from that sort of thing.
Yeah, you make a good point.
Yeah, I don't think, like, I don't live in the reality where she did communicate, because if she did, she wouldn't have made a Reddit post about it.
Right.
Or maybe she would have about something else. I don't know. Maybe it was something else. I don't know. But my instinct is that I don't think it would have changed anything, so I think she was pretty much in the right. And my verdict is not the asshole.
I understand where you're coming from here.
Yeah, okay. Split opinion. Scrum debate. Yeah. That was a good one and all, but it didn't involve a girlfriend, so it's not worth a damn thing. Here's another girlfriend one.
Yes! I've come around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's take a look at this one. Am I the asshole? Oh no. From... Oh god. This is a... Oh, okay. Everything right at the top says everything.
Uh-huh.
But we just need to see where it goes.
Yep.
From throwaway-sock GF. Am I the...
These people are not subtle.
Am I the asshole for getting mad at my girlfriend for wearing mismatched socks?
Let's see. Lay it on me.
Okay. Here we go. Need to scratch my ear. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. I've been dating G for 5 years and was considering proposal until this. Oh no.
Oh no.
For mismatched. Okay. Let's calm down, Kevin. Calm down. Calm down.
Mm-hmm.
G has always wore God damn it. Has always wore mismatched socks. Not just 2 different colors, but patterned ones too. When we were younger, I thought it was adorable. And you don't now? That's still fucking adorable. Anyway, when we were younger, I thought it was adorable. As we're getting older and furthering our careers, I find it... Oh god, another one of these fucking... Unprofessional and immature! Why?
It's a common theme.
Why these people?
I like the energy.
And it's a little mood killing because it's not very sexy when that time comes. Oh, these.
These normies. I can't deal with them, Kevin. I can't deal with them. Oh.
I'm gagging from the pure normie fucking. Okay. I've had multiple discussions with her about it up until now, and she's always brushed it off. She doesn't think it's a big deal. It isn't. I'm a little less bothered with this at home, except for when we're getting down. Oh my god. But the last straw was when she went to visit my parents' house when stay at home was lifted in our state. Oh, this is very recent. 1 year ago. In the last year, yeah. My brother and his wife were there with their young daughter. She had mismatched socks on too, and I pointed out to G. G said she didn't mind matching with my niece, and that it didn't mean anything about maturity because they're just socks. To me...
Based and sock-pilled.
Yes! To me, it proves she's acting like a literal child. I just don't understand what the problem would be with wearing normal matching plain socks. When she was at work, I got rid of all of the patterns. Yeah, you're the fucking asshole.
I feel like
what is with the constant like freaking disrespecting of people's property with these? God damn it.
There should just be a bot that's like that detects I threw away someone else's stuff without asking them, am I the asshole? And the bot should just go, yes, shut up.
When she was at work,
not a real I to downvote plus ratio.
It's so common. God, these people are so fucking full of themselves. God.
Yep. Anyway.
When she was at work, I got rid of all of the patterned and colored socks and replaced them with all black socks. I thought she would be excited to get new socks. What the?
Okay. Here's another red flag. No one is ever excited to get socks. I don't know what world this guy lives in.
She blew up at me, accused me of being the immature one, accused me of needing to feel in control, etc. I just want her to dress like an adult and told her I don't want to marry an overgrown child.
Those are the best waifus. You're an idiot.
She's been staying with her sister since and won't speak to me until quote unquote I understand. Am I the asshole for replacing her socks? They're just socks. I don't know, Zeke. Is he the asshole?
Well, according to the top comment, he's the asshole for 3 reasons.
Oh, not 4, just 3. Yeah, well.
Yeah, you don't deserve a 4th reason, you fucking sockless heathen.
From Jack Not Named, the Prime Ministered.
I love these fucking tags.
It's great. 1. You should accept your girlfriend as she is. If you can't, don't fucking propose to her. 2. Do not make major changes to your girlfriend's wardrobe without consulting her. Of course she blew up. This is a major lack of respect for her agency. 3. They're just socks, huh? Then why can't you let this go?
This, so much hypocrisy is obvious. I laughed out loud. If the socks don't matter, why do you care so much? If the socks don't matter, why do you literally steal her socks and replace them with different socks you approve of? Man, everyone who complains about immaturity, they should look in a mirror.
This
honestly.
guy's... Oh my god. How can this guy literally write this entire post and not realize he's the asshole? I don't get it.
People... They get, you know, it's Gideon Graves syndrome, Kevin. They get trapped in their own minds.
Oh yeah. Ugh, jeez.
Can I just say how brilliant of a metaphor that was?
It was. Fucking love Gideon. I mean,
yeah, I mean, Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, as a villain.
2 hours.
Yeah, that's the whole trapped in your own head thing is just such a great plot point. I love that.
Fucking great.
Everyone read Scott Pilgrim.
Excellent series. Check out the color version. It has funny jokes that don't appear in the black and white version because they made it a color version, and it's a joke. And it's jokes about the fact that it's no longer black and white.
Yeah, man. If I ever see them for a good price or something, I would totally do that. But they're just so expensive.
I fucking love that one joke where it's like, no, this joke was funnier when it was in black and white.
yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. All right. How, Kevin? I have a question.
Yes.
How are we holding up here? Because I've got more. But I want to know where your energy level's at.
I think I can go for reading. Let's do one more each. I think that'll do.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh, it's my turn.
It is. I just finished.
Yep.
I fucking love these itis.
Yeah.
So much fun.
All right. Am I the asshole? I made my wife go back to work by lying about quitting my job as well.
You lied. I don't know. Are you?
Let's see. Okay, he says, my wife didn't like her job. I was telling her to look for a job while she was still in her current company. She wanted to take a break from work, but we can't afford that right now due to our accidental conception. She's 3 months pregnant.
Okay.
So I made her a resume and applied her for a few different interviews. She didn't attend any of them, saying she doesn't really feel like it.
I don't really feel like it.
She said she wants to be an SAHM.
And now I know what that means.
Yeah, it stands for stay-at-home mother, if you didn't know. I told her we weren't even planning this pregnancy, and now we can't afford for her to become unemployed as well. She didn't listen and just quit her job without consulting me. I was super mad at her. I told her I don't want to bust my ass while she relaxes at home. She cried and said that she doesn't want to work anymore. So I told her I'd be quitting my job as well, and we can both stay jobless and homeless with our child. I pretended to quit the job in front of her by sending an angry email to quote-unquote my boss, but instead sent it to a friend. She was shocked and asked why'd I do such a thing. I told her tough luck and went to sleep. Next morning onwards, she got ready for an interview and started attending interviews. I called my work and took a break of a week off. Today, my wife got a job and she gave me the news at night while we were having dinner. I then told her the truth about my not quitting the job and about it being a way to make her go back to work. She got mad at me and told me that I was very petty and I should have sucked it up and let her stay at home, and now she's not talking to me. Am I the asshole?
I don't know, Zeke. What do you think?
Everyone sucks here.
Yeah.
Top comment. Honestly, everyone sucks here. This sounds like children having children to me.
Oh, God, it does. Like, friggin' they're not talking. It's bad communication all around. No one's talking to each other. No one's actually trying to actually fix the problem. Everyone's just being catty and petty and not understanding and fuck. God damn it.
Everyone. Another comment from Compensate 1995. Everyone sucks here. You should have been upfront and genuine with her. You tricked her and deceived her. On the other hand, you don't have to agree with her unemployment. You don't have to be the sole breadwinner and sustain the whole family while she's at home. Your financial position doesn't allow it. Your lack of willingness to follow through with her wishes is quite understandable. Both of you went behind each other's back and lacked communication. Both of you are at fault here.
Yep.
All I can say, this is another comment, Caliatum, says, all I can say, this sounds like a deeply unhealthy relationship, and I hope for your child's sake that you either seek couples counseling or divorce.
Yeah, I agree, because, like, This is not a relationship that's built on good trust. Like, y'all gotta friggin', like, fix this shit and learn to actually talk about your issues instead of just being petty and catty and not actually.
Wait a second, Kevin. We've got a conspiracy theory in the midst.
Oh, do we? Oh, we're getting interesting now.
CL009 says, I have a feeling this quote-unquote unplanned pregnancy was only on OP's side. And someone's like, unpopular kryptonite responds, what's that feeling based on, if I may ask? And CL009 says, her hating her job and wanting a way out. I know of a girl who pulled this with her husband. I would also bet good money that her family will start chiming in on bad, expensive daycare for a baby, and the best thing for her is to stay at home with the baby.
Wow, that tracks. Oh god. That would not surprise me, actually.
Is this a honey trap? Is that the right term?
I have no fucking clue.
Am I using that term correctly?
You want to Google it?
I think so. Yeah, I'll Google it. I think so. I think it's the honey trap. I think that's the term.
I think so. Like, it sounds right, but like I'm not sure.
Honey trapping is. Let's go to Wikipedia. Honey trapping is an investigative practice involving the use of romantic or sexual relationship for interpersonal, political, including state espionage, or monetary purpose. A honeypot or trap involves making contact with an individual who has information or resources. Okay, this is something different.
Yeah, it's totally different. So
this is like FBI fucking infiltration tactic. I swear it was something. There's a term for this. There's a term for whatever. Yeah. Have a baby to get a certain thing or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not making any. I don't know these people. I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you what CL009 thinks. Blame them.
Well, they may have a point. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We're not psychic. We don't know these people, and I don't think OP has responded. But
regardless, everyone sucks here.
Oh yeah.
And this situation needs assistance. This needs external help.
Badly. Because this is just the beginning of something worse down the line. So, Zeke.
Yeah?
Shall you send me the last Reddit post for the day?
Yeah, I just gotta choose which one of these to do. They're all so appealing.
Oh.
We'll probably get to some of these on the next episode, but let's go with this one. Might be fun to read out loud. Let's go with this one.
All right.
Let me just send you the link here.
We're just reading back to back itis. I love it.
Yeah, a lot of itas. We had some revenges. We had some tifus.
We did.
We've done a lot today.
We have. We've been recording for almost 2 hours according to this timer. Well,
I thought it's been longer than that.
Well, just for this segment.
Right, yeah. Okay, yeah. This is a long episode. It's a Halloween special, Kevin.
It is. Now then, Zeke.
Yep. Yes.
From Chatterbox Fox. Good, a normal name.
Yeah, a nice username for once.
1 day ago. This is super recent.
Fresh off the presses.
Am I the asshole for making a big deal over popsicles?
Well, popsicles are a pretty big fucking deal, so...
My daughter, Sally, clearly a pseudonym, has a dairy allergy. She's been going to the same school since kindergarten. She's 7. For some reason, ice cream parties are a common thing there. Between birthday treats, holidays, and just random treats, they have ice cream a lot. That was weird.
Understandable. Ice cream is pretty based.
Yeah. After the first couple times of dealing with an upset kid because she couldn't have any ice cream and everyone else did, I went and talked to the school and asked if I can pick up some of those tube juice pops that you can freeze whenever. Don't know the actual name.
Freezy Pops.
Freezy Pops. You know.
Yeah.
If they could give her one of those during their ice cream parties. They agreed, and I just drop off more whenever her teacher tells me they're running low or in the beginning of the school year.
You know what's a funny aside is that we actually, one of the chefs at work actually keeps a bunch of those in the freezer and we can just have them whenever.
Oh, fuck yeah, that sounds sweet.
Yeah, I could just have a Freezy Pop at work whenever the fuck.
Dude, I love
sweet.
That. That's great.
Yeah, I like my job.
Benefits of working on the job.
Yeah. Also, speaking of ice cream, yesterday the salad dessert guy, he basically emptied the ice cream container making desserts, and there was just like a bunch of stuff on the edges and whatever, and he basically just handed it to me. He's like, hey, you want ice cream? And I'm like, so I just sat there eating like the remains of the ice cream from this industrial sized can with a spoon.
Man, you must have felt like a king.
Yeah, I like my job.
you get good benefits, clearly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes I just get treats for some reason.
Now, interestingly, this story seems fine so far.
Yeah, how is it all gonna go to hell?
It's only October, and I dropped off a pack of 30 in August, which usually lasts all year, and she even brings some back home her last day of school. So her teacher emailed me a heads up that there were only 3 left. Seemed strange, but I grabbed a pack when I went grocery shopping.
To be fair, these are cheap as hell.
They are. Like, you can get like a pack of fucking like 200 of them for like $10. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yesterday, when I dropped them off with the teacher, I jokingly said, "Wow, you guys must have ice cream every other day. Wish they did that when I was in school." She said, "Oh no, we've only had ice cream a couple of times, but some of the kids saw that Sally had a popsicle." Oh no.
Oh, children! That's how things suck. That's how things go to hell. Just add children.
"Oh no, we've only had ice cream a couple times, but some of the kids saw that Sally had a popsicle, and they wanted one of those instead." I said, "Yeah, but Sally can't have ice cream. That's why I bought the popsicles." She said, "Yes, I understand, but it's not really fair that she gets to have a Dude, okay, all right. I got some opinions on this one. Ooh. It's not really fair that she gets to have a popsicle and the other kids have to have ice cream." What?
Wow. If only this whole situation stemmed from unfairness to begin with.
I like to encourage sharing, and this way Sally will feel good knowing she shared with her classmates.
Weaponized generosity.
I said again, it's fair because she cannot eat ice cream. The other kids can. If she didn't have a dairy allergy, the popsicles wouldn't even be here, and fairness didn't seem to be a big deal when all the other kids were getting ice cream and Sally couldn't have anything. She was like, "Well, that was before she was in my class." And Man, this teacher's a fucking piece of work.
That teacher is the main character of the universe.
I basically gave up and left. I was telling my wife, and she said, "It's just popsicles. Who cares if some are given away?" It's not about the popsicles, though. It's that the school didn't care when everyone else got ice cream, and Sally couldn't, and had to basically sit there and felt left out. But now because she has popsicles, it's not fair. This was never an issue before, or she had this teacher either. I'm going to see how long this bag lasts, and then maybe I'll start sending only 10 at a time or something. Am I the asshole for making a big deal over this? Maybe I'm overreacting. I would argue he's not overreacting. This is his money. Yep. He's not paying to give the other kids popsicles. He's paying so that his daughter has something while the other kids have popsicles as well. Sorry, while the other kids have ice cream. His daughter is lactose intolerant. That's the reason he got these. He is under no obligation to allow the teacher to use his money to give the other kids treats and shit. The teacher went behind his back and did this anyway without him knowing. He has a right to be upset about this shit. This stemmed from the problem of the other kids having ice cream and Sally not being able to have any and wanting something herself, and I get that. She wants to feel like she wants to feel like it's relatable.
Yes.
So like, no, fuck the teacher. This guy's not the asshole. He has every right to be mad.
Top comment, not the asshole. If the teacher wants everyone to share, she can buy the popsicles herself. Especially when she was bold enough to argue with you after asking you to buy more when they were bought for a very specific purpose for your child.
Look, it doesn't take that much to explain to the kids, Sally is lactose intolerant, Sally cannot have ice cream, ergo, Sally is the one who gets popsicles.
Although, to be fair, if
the kids might fucking complain and be little bitches about it, but like, they're kids. They're gonna do that anyway.
That's true. To be fair, though, Kevin, hot take: if he truly loved his daughter, he would get her sherbet.
That is dairy-free, actually, come to think of it.
Yeah, get some sherbet.
Now, I'm not going to fault him for that minor lack of judgment.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just saying, popsicles aren't a replacement for ice cream. Can we agree on this point?
I can agree on that point. Sherbet comes close.
Yeah, sorbet, sherbet. I fucking love sherbet. Sherbet's great.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah. Get your daughter some sherbet. Like, okay, you're not the asshole. We've established this.
Yeah.
But you could be a better parent if you get your kids some sherbet.
Yeah.
Because sherbet's great.
You're already pretty cool for getting the popsicles. You could be fucking badass for getting the sherbet.
You want to be dad of the year? This is how you be dad of the year.
Yeah.
Here we
huge
come
plays,
to huge. That would be massive plays, Kevin.
It would.
Come to the Baka Gaijin Show for all the best parenting tips.
I mean, we've had our moments.
Grains of salt. But look, I'm just saying. I like popsicles. I think you're cheapening out on your daughter here.
I still can't.
I don't know what the. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, go on. No, you go ahead. I didn't really have a thought.
I can't get over these people who are just like, oh well, I clearly have the right to utilize your money because everyone else was friggin' feeling left out. It's like this started like, God.
It's main character syndrome, Kevin.
It is. It really is. And we see this consistently throughout all of many of these Itas. There's always someone who thinks they're the main character of the universe.
Yep.
And that they have like all the friggin'. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell got up the teacher's ass here, but they had no right, and they're clearly not a very good person to be looking after kids if they're not willing to just explain to kids, Sally's lactose intolerant, that's why the popsicles are here. Ergo, no, you don't get popsicles because, this is because Sally doesn't want to feel left out. It's like the other kids are not friggin'.
Fuck their feelings. They're getting ice cream. They don't get more opinions.
Fucking ice cream. Why are you complaining about getting ice cream?
Yeah, well, kids are going to be kids, okay? But the point is, they're already getting ice cream. Their opinions on the matter don't matter.
Look, dude, if I was a kid, if I was in that class, I would look at the kid with the popsicle. It's like, it's sad that you... It's like, I get ice cream.
Your dad doesn't love you. He would have given you sherbet.
No, God.
I would have. I was a jerk. Your dad doesn't love you. He would have gotten you the sherbet. What a ghetto-ass loser.
But I would have been happy with the ice cream. And I wouldn't have actually cared about the popsicle thing, because it's like, hey, she's happy, whatever. I get fucking ice cream.
Look, I know. I'm not blaming the kids. Kids are assholes by default. It's in their nature. They're programmed to be assholes.
Yeah.
They got to grow out of that. But I'm just saying, you don't have to submit to that. Don't reward the asshole.
Yeah.
Even if they're kids, don't reward them for it. They got to learn about context. You got to teach them so they don't grow up to have main character syndrome.
Yes. Clearly.
But no, this teacher sucks.
Your dad doesn't love you. He would have gotten you sherbet.
That's also a contender for episode title. Let's be honest. I'm actually very partial to that. It may just be because I don't remember what the first one was, but I'm pretty partial to that one.
Yeah, no, this one's better. Yeah. This one's better.
Yeah, but no, this teacher sucks. The red flag for me was just like, well, that was before she was in my class. I'm like, oh, I guess you just don't have object permanence then. anything that started before your tenure just isn't your business, huh?
No. Again, what's with these other, like, some of these is just like, do you not have object permanence as an adult? What?
Yeah, I hope that the fact that this podcast has slowly transitioned into being half Reddit dive has taught you that the world is a crazy place, and there's a lot of people who are very crazy.
The phrase "truth is stranger than fiction" has a lot of truth to it in and of itself.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be honest. We have reinvented the show in a way by introducing the Reddit dive, and I think it has only been for the better.
Oh yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with these.
Mm-hmm.
Helps us to keep a consistent energy.
It's true. It's true. And I just love the drama and the suspense and just our world is crazy, Kevin.
It is.
Our world is crazy.
It's nice to just look at it and be like, man, glad I'm not like that.
Yeah. Or even when we are, it's like, it's just, I just like reveling in the chaos, honestly.
It's nice to just be a fly on the wall sometimes. Just
that's
looking at the stuff.
That is true. I like we're like what the fuck are their names? Eskel and Weebert or whatever. What are their names? The Muppets, the old Muppets in the theater. They're like
Statler and Waldorf.
We're like Statler and Waldorf, but for the entire world. Yeah, that's us. That's us. It's literally us.
Literally me.
Welcome to the Baka Gaijin Show featuring Statler and Waldorf. Well, this is
a spectator sport in a way.
You know what it is? We're betting on people. We're making calls and judgments. We're analyzing the situation.
With live commentary.
Exactly. Sometimes I think to myself, Kevin, man, I wish I wasn't in this podcast so that I could listen to this podcast and be amazed at how good this podcast is. Do you ever get that feeling? We're really funny, I think.
I think we are, yeah.
I think we're funny, and I think we delve up funny material, and I think everyone who listens to us should be fucking grateful that we do this.
Well, friggin' Cube the Third listens to us during their friggin' work, so we're doing something right.
I know. Hopefully, that's what I think. I hope every time we get up a really funny story or whatever, I think, man, I hope we're entertaining Cube. I really do.
Well, consistently, they have told me that we are, in many cases, the bright spot to their day. So
that's nice. That's nice. If you appreciate us, you can like this video, comment on this video, subscribe to my channel, and you can also, if you feel like it, submit your comments, questions, concerns, and topic suggestions to bakagaijinshow@gmail.com. Additionally, you can follow us on Twitter @ZeekFreak and @CCharmanderK. And also, have a happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, people.
Make Halloween great again. Hashtag make Halloween great again. Build back better Halloweens. Let adults trick or treat. Mason jars. Pretty based.
Buy more mason jars.
Yeah. So we've established a lot of things are based. Mason jars, sherbet, sour watermelon sharks from fucking Trolley.
Yes.
It's all great.
Yes.
It's all good stuff. Yep. Eat some candy. Never be a kid at heart.
And remember,
brush your teeth afterward.
Rhett and Link are wrong. Pixie sticks are not the best classic Halloween candy. Reese's are always best. And peanut butter is a base flavor.
Well, they agree with that at least. The peanut butter thing. Yeah. Every year Reese's on top.
Always.
The only times Reese's isn't on top is when the category doesn't involve Reese's, which is pretty smart actually.
Yes.
We are rambling now.
It happens.
But it's been a good show. Thank you for listening to the Baka Gaijin Show. I'm Zeke Freak. Zeke Freak out. Ciao for now.